after what is this? After last month's session,
Last decade.
ended on a bit of a a bit of a high. We will tonight be starting down the homebrew portion of this ongoing campaign.
Hype.
So we will be starting in a local dive bar called Cheeks.
Cheeks.
Cheeks. It is a strip bar.
Oh, nice.
Titties.
So here we go.
Yes, Ace.
Cheeks.
Titties.
The local dive bar, music blaring, the bass thumping, girls and guys of various augmented persuasions atop platforms dancing for the entertainment of the placated masses. The neon lights casting dancing shadows across the haze-filled room. Filled with your standard corporate wage slaves, each seeking music, drink, cheap thrills, and seeking an escape for the never-ending subservience to their corporation. Not you, however. This night is yours. You and your fellow punks are celebrating, toasting their most recent success, spending their longs earned for a job well done, well into the small hours of the morning. Peacock, you meander back from the bar, skillfully dancing through the excited crowds while carrying the latest round of drinks.
I throw
8
a few winks
sparkling
at
shots.
people.
8 sparkling shots of Honomisu. Rejoining your friends in the recessed booth next to one of the dancing platforms, you place the tray of drinks delicately on a small table in the middle before inelegantly plonking yourself down on the sink leather couch next to Pyke. You look around, the gang's all here, and a smile spreads across your face, followed by a warm sensation of belonging. But that could just be the alcohol. Everyone leans over to take their drinks before offering up a toast to us in cheers, before necking the contents of the small glasses. As the burn passes and the air from your lungs slowly returns to you, you return to the conversation you were having. And it's at this point you can get to know a
what
bit
was
more
the
about
end
it.
of that joke that you were telling? I missed it when I went up to
Well, it was about the drugs and the crack and
God, I missed it.
So we get to know more about each other now.
It's a role-playing opportunity. Get a bit closer into your characters. You're all sat down in a booth in a strip dive bar. Talk amongst yourselves.
So Nyx is
Take
like,
this opportunity.
Nyx is like not uncomfortable, but not pleased at the choice of venue. Mainly, and she's just like, this reminds me too close to home. This is very noisy.
Come on. This was the only place in the neighborhood that would let Pyke in.
You
Trust me,
grew
this
up in a
isn't.
strip club? That sounds like a story that I want to know.
I didn't grow up in a club of any sorts, but I did grow up with a club. I kept it next to my bed and allowed myself to not get attacked in the night. Oh my god, this music is actually so good. Let's fucking go. Nyx is gonna start headbanging, actually. Yeah, fuck yeah. Oh!
So the
Oh, sorry.
okay. No, do continue.
I was
This
gonna say, so where did you grow up then, Toby?
I grew up under a corporation. I was a corporate kid.
Oh really? Which one?
I rather not say. I was doing a bit of unusual work for them. If I mention it, they could still hunt me down. I'd rather not deal with that.
I bet you credit that I fucked them over at least once.
That is very possible. Lots of people did during my time here. Lots of people did before, and I'm pretty sure people still do.
Oh yeah, they do.
It was Shenzhen Solutions that I grew up in.
Shen's. What's that? That's
There
not
were-
nice. What's that? Hey, I'm sexy.
There were company, you know, one of the big companies of the world.
Yeah.
I grew up in one of their orphanages, you know, joined their military afterwards, and didn't last long there. And now I'm here with you guys, and it's wonderful.
What did you say the company's name was again?
Shenzhen.
Shenzhen. I'm not sure, but I think I might have fucked them over at some point.
Nah, they're
definitely
perfectly
fucked them over
willing
at some
to
point.
cut people loose once they're of no use to them, so I don't really give a shit.
You don't give a shen shit.
Good one.
I reach forward and put my hand on Nyx's forearm as I laugh. And then pull back.
We're banging tonight. Well, no, we're not. So is Peacock your real name, or is it an affiliate? Is it an alias, sorry?
I mean, you'll laugh. Corporate kids, they don't really have names.
Yeah.
She sort of looks at you cautiously for a moment and goes, I grew up as SHZN 1299375.
Oh,
Corporate
fancy.
kids like me, we tend to get nicknames. Mine was Peacock. We were 8. We didn't realize that peacocks were the men. But it just kind of stuck.
That's very
Yeah,
good.
I feel you. I grew up as 43347.
Wow. It's weird that you remember these random series of numbers. Well, after all these years. But why did you
Well-
take Toby D as a name?
He just sort of conks his head back and goes, "Ah." I was 18. It was time to stop going by the number. I tried a bunch of different names, wrote it on forums, tried to get used to it. During some of the point, I just wrote TBD, to be decided. And I was drunk. I woke up the next day and thought, fuck it, it works. And here I am, Toby D. So, if anyone's wondering
I've
what the
ever
D stand for, it
Decided.
doesn't stand for anything. It's just sorta.
That's the best thing
It's
I've heard.
Toby. It's Toby, duh. Oh, fuck.
Sorry, I'm getting
I got a virus! Get out! Get out!
TBD,
Sorry.
your visor lights up. There is a call incoming, and you recognize the face on the screen. It begins. The face on the screen is a laughing Fenris Valen. You remember from perhaps your old days. Do you pick up the phone?
I pick up. Hey, Fan, how's it going?
Hey, TBD, long time no speak. Hope I didn't catch you at a bad time.
Good time. Celebrating.
Oh, don't bother me with your side of the conversation. I'm not really here. Just one reason
Fair
for
enough.
this vid. Someone finally geeked me. I'm dead. I probably had it coming. When you're an unsavory character like myself, you tend to associate with other characters who often partake in unsavory business. Like you, for example. So, why am I dead? Who knows? Probably my fault.
I'll just nod along like, yeah, that sounds like Fan.
I wonder where you are right now. I bet you hit a big payday and you're living the high life up district somewhere with the luxury top shelf candy longs come by, eh? Some of us are born winners and some of us are, well, me. Hey, anyway. You remember South Cybernetics gig we did a way back? Or that milk run where we didn't even have to leave the van? Man, we were good. I really had your back then, didn't I? Now, I'm asking myself, who would care if I die? Who would give a rat's ass? Better or worse, your name is at the top of that list. So, maybe it was the only name on the list, but shush. So I set up a dead man switch to give you this call. I have a 10 million long insurance policy payable when you find out who creased me. Alive with a conviction or in a body bag with justification. Either works for me. Contact my law firm, Coldmore and West River, when the job is done. They'll know what to do. Sort of with that, the camera pans to his left, and there's a very stiff-dressed man in a suit. And it begins to the recording continues. Pursuant to Mr. Valen's wishes, Coldmore and West River has installed a secure dedicated phone line so that may contact us directly when the task is complete. We will begin a verification process. Note that you must also be on a secure landline to access this number. We will not accept transmissions from comlinks or other devices. And then with that, the cam swings back to Fenris. You can see himself sort of trying to be a bit more serious. He goes, "Look, TBD, I've led a Drek life, and I've probably left a Drek corpse. I've hurt people, hurt myself. I don't know. Maybe I just want the last word. Maybe I just want someone to give a crap that I sucked air for a while. What do you say?" I hope you said yes. I've got a locator chip slotted in my head these days. When my heart stops, it'll activate. It'll show you how to find me. See you on the slab, kid. And then with that, the transmission zeroes out, and the message is gone.
Sorry, gamer, just 1 second.
That was fucking amazing.
That was awesome.
Glad you liked it.
That was everything about this was hot. Amazing.
As someone who's actually connected to this, I'm going to say that's +5.
So, in your journals, it will now be a 1 Fenris Valen. You should be able to make notes. You can share notes about characters in here should you wish. But there is, you can all share the information that you hear. So if one person is role-playing, then the other person can make notes about that character.
Nice, I like it.
And I'll try and do that with all the main characters you meet. Or at least,
I can't
if I'm not having to, make them up on the spot.
That will be a sure tell. It's like, gamer has to make it up on the spot. How can you tell? There's nothing here.
Like I said, Tobby D was like, it looks like he's sobered up a fair bit during this bit of calm, and just leans over. Hey guys. I just got a deaf message from one of my old colleagues. We have a job, if you're interested. There's 10 million won in it.
Peacock does a spit take with the shot that she's just finished. I'm sorry, that was my imagination going overdrive. How much?
10 mil.
Say?
Do you want the money? Let's go get it.
So what are we going to do to make that kind of line?
Yeah, so the friend I mentioned, he is very dead. Received a message that would activate upon his death. And the only condition for collecting this money, his life insurance policy, is to find the one who did him in.
Alright.
A body bag is fine.
Was it? By any chance? I mean, that would make this so easy.
It definitely would, but alas, he died just now while we were sitting here and drinking, talking about our numbers.
I'm sorry. I want to respond, but I can't breathe. Apparently.
Oh, I thought that was roleplay. Oh,
Yeah, sorry. I just took a shot.
I mean, it fits.
I actually might know a guy who might help us track down his body, if you do want to do that. It's not. I don't need the money, but I'm happy to help.
I'll do a lot for 10 million long, and that's certainly one of the things that I'll do.
hey, no go.
And
I'm really sorry. I don't know how I forgot that there's Cyberpunk today. And I'm in a tournament in League of Legends. So I'm really sorry, but I don't know how I fucking forgot. They asked if I wanted to play. I was like, do I have something I need to do today? And I did not remember Cyberpunk, and I am incredibly sorry, but I can't come tonight. I am really sorry.
It's cool. We do have the
Who do you
recording
want
so you can
to,
listen
who
it
do you want to
afterwards.
control you? Because you will probably be needed.
Honestly,
We're gonna die.
my roommate Nyx can control
Okay.
me.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Thanks, No-Go!
I'm really sorry. I really wanted to be here. And I don't know how I fucking forgot. I even wrote everything, like the backstory and everything this week.
You did,
oh my
yeah.
god, dude. I have no idea how, but I'm really sorry.
That's alright.
I'm mortified.
No problem.
It happens.
Don't worry.
Alright, I love you guys.
Alright,
I'm
catch you
really
in a bit.
I'm
sorry
gonna
again.
take all of your inventory. Pike suddenly is like, "Oh, guys, I owe you for staying over. Take all of my lawn."
Man.
Where all my drugs gone?
Where have all my drugs gone? That we're on a clean. Pike's.
What does the tournament of League of Legends like? What was it? League? He was on
That's
that?
what you said.
Yeah, Leigh.
There are tournaments for League of Legends.
Okay.
It basically means that
Cool.
he's got 4 other people that he doesn't want to truly fuck over because they wouldn't be able to function without him.
Yeah.
Whereas we can
That's
function
fine.
without him. That's the
Yeah.
big thing. So it makes sense that he would prioritize there because they wouldn't be able to move forward at all.
So back on TBD's heads-up display, a little kind of icon appears that just begins to kind of once opened, you can see it's actually pointing to the location of the
His
body. Yeah.
I just turned to Nyx. I don't think that's going to be completely necessary. My friend Fen, he sent me his location at the time of death. We can.
Well,
Is it nearby? How drunk are we, gamer?
It's about 3 in.
So yes is
Um,
the answer.
yeah.
Just a straight yes.
It's you were drinking into the wee small hours.
with that in mind, yeah, let's go get him. Let's go do it.
Let's go now.
Let's go do it. 10,000 long. Wow. That's a lot of booze. Where is it? Can you share with us on your locator where the thing is?
I take a screenshot and send it to them.
So you share the coordinates with the team.
It's not snipping tool. It's clipping tool. Snipping tool plus.
Oh, it's pretty close to my place.
Oh, okay.
So you are currently up here at the top, where it says Cheeks. Funnily enough,
Oh, is there any buses that take us from?
you could call a cab.
Nope. I ain't got my 10 million long yet. Got a bus to take.
Oh, did we get any of the money that Jackie Chow was going to pay us for the previous mission?
You would have done, yes. That would have been what you were spending in that. Can you remember what it was?
Probably. I have it in my notes.
Because I can check. Because it's
50k, 50,000 reward.
there you go.
So 10,000 each.
So after the mission, after last night, after the mission previously, you haven't seen Jackie Chow since.
No.
However,
in hospital or something.
he was taken. You saw him leaving the scene having taken a wound, but the money was wired to you, and it sort of said when it appeared, job well done from the Washington Street Boys. I have something sticky on my desk.
I would suggest, rather than taking a cab or a bus, I would say I can try to call another one of my colleagues, see if they can give us a ride.
Okay. I mean,
you doing this just so that I have to keep putting the calling thing up.
I didn't write him to have a decent number of connections.
Just get an Ultra X.
Yeah, you can. They're the cabs, right?
Ride sharing.
You can just get a cab. Yeah.
they're so expensive. I just want to. I've got a bus pass. I just want to. Fine, let's get these Uber X's.
Just an FYI, just in case you're doing bus passes because of what I told you previously, I've not been able to merge the two in a way that was useful, so I haven't done it.
No, I've got an officer bus pass, right? Like,
Yeah, okay.
I'm a civil servant, right? So I get to.
Cool.
No, I'm just...
Say. Alright, so
I'm a veteran. I get
Yeah.
discount, right?
none of you get bus passes. This is district.
Damn it.
Oh. Boo!
Are you getting a cab?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
the buses smell really bad.
you continue
honestly,
your drinks.
My dress, because Peacock is now in a dress because they've gone to a strip club.
Nice.
Mix has not changed.
So
Neither have
you
Toby.
connect to the not UberX. Yeah, that's what I'm calling it, UberX. You you connect to their app. It says, T-minus 3 minutes until the cab pulls in outside.
Toby, in his attempt to sober up, is going to mention, it is funny, this Uber app, it's actually really old. This is the 10th iteration. Had to remake the app 9 times.
Yeah.
So, where do you know this guy from? Any ideas what sort of person might want to kill him?
You
God,
might
it's
as well
cold
ask
out
what
here.
kind of person wants to breathe. Like, lots of people wanted him. And he, not high profile, but he had a tendency to get on people's nerves.
Huh. Sounds like my
Just
kind of guy.
imagine, before this time, when he set up this death call, the only person he thought to call was me.
Fair.
I mean,
He sort of
that
looks
tells
at
us a
him
lot about
expecting.
you, which is kind of good.
Okay.
Yeah, we did a.
If someone
Handful
like
of
him
gigs.
thinks that you're trustworthy.
You apparently have a higher value of me than I do.
Your car has arrived.
I like to check its license plate and make sure the driver's the right name. And
So
and make sure
as
there's
you
no- make sure
leave
there's
the
no child
club,
locks.
the sort of smell of outside sort of gives you that sobering feeling, and you look in the front for the driver, and then remember this is 2087, and all of these UberX vehicles are automated.
Sorry, I just had a past life moment right there.
Toby, just
you know
this is
that
the.
awful moment when you have notes written on a token and they're not there.
Oh yeah.
1 minute.
Because in the meantime, whilst the DM is handling things in the other dimension,
Or
not
Toby is
handling
just going
things.
to reach into his pocket, take out a surprisingly fancy-looking lollipop, sort of unwrap it and just stick it in his mouth.
Hot.
Yeah, it is.
Hmm.
Did I write it on the wrong one?
You want to get in first, Terry Savalas?
Belly Savalas.
Bella Savalas.
Okay. Yay! Somebody got it.
What is that from?
Black Books.
Black Books, yes, it is.
I'm gonna have to read my handwritten notes because the notes that I had aren't actually in there. 1 minute.
Can't believe you've handwritten notes.
Well, I don't have my
Kidding. It's fine.
like. It's easier to write downstairs than it is on my tab, so I'm getting the keyboard anyway. So You all pile into the back of the Uber X. It looks and smells relatively clean. They all go through the deep sanitation process between visits.
Still, we've got COVID-32, so we have to sanitize as we go.
So
Pyke already has his mask on.
this journey, not this journey. You made the wrong turn back there.
What?
Is actually the same size as San Francisco. This region.
Fucking god.
Like, I matched up the length of the roads with the map of San Francisco. So, in theory, all of this should be accurate.
Whoa. That's actually really cool.
There you go.
That's only like a,
because this is
like a
obviously
10-minute
based.
drive then, right?
Yeah, it's not far.
Yeah.
What is it?
So-
It's 30 long per mile.
So as this happens, you sort of get taken through all the seediest parts of town. You hear gunshots going off as you're passing. Nothing hits the car this time. So you're sitting in the cramped back seat of the cab, following the signal from Sparks' locator chip into a rundown industrial area of D5. You pull up outside sort of a branded building, and atop it says organ grinders. The cab pulls up,
That's
and
not particularly
you get
comforting.
out.
That's not comforting at all.
Do any of us know what this building is? Have we been here past it before?
None of you would have. Well, maybe you've been here, but you would know the corp branding. So this is organ grinder. This a legal chop shop for body parts.
It's a gay bar.
Whether for the grinder.
Gross.
The right layer.
I was
Hello,
looking
wife.
to make that joke.
I met my boyfriend here.
What, organ grinder? Talking about gay bars, and you say it sounds yummy. Everything, all the things. Diabetes, me. Sure.
I'm looking forward
that's-
to the time that you get to convince her to come and play a game with us.
Me too. It's her worst nightmare. She's never going to do it.
Yeah.
So I have asked about 100 times. So
Just
organ grinder. You
no, and I
recognize the
shall
familiar
last
branding above the
100
door. Organ grinders in sort of neon. Everything is neon in 2077. So this 2186, whatever year it is.
2135.
So, organ grinder, a legal chop shop for body parts, whether from living or dead. If you're hurting bad enough, this is the place to sell a limb or an organ. It's also a good place to dispose of an inconvenient body while making a little cash on the side. This franchise is the closest thing D5 has to a morgue. It seems this is where Sparks' body has ended up. You open the door and are assaulted by the smell of death and bleach.
Oh, my favourite.
The doors...
My nose sprinkles a bit.
Great.
The
now
doors
I'm
slide
aroused.
open, revealing an unkept, unmanned reception. An open door leading to the back of the shop.
Just walk.
I can already smell this is going to be a wild goose chase.
Can I? You said there is a desk there. Did you? Sorry.
Correct. It's
Can I have
yeah.
There's nobody there. Can I have a look, see if there's any papers that I can see if Fenris's name is?
Yeah, make an investigation check for me, please.
This is 4 a.m. at this point.
Yeah.
Investigation. Pwacha! 18.
Oh, marshmallow.
That's a good roll.
It is a good roll. So you spend some time kind of going through the papers, and there's a lot of kind of like old crap. Like it's takeaway boxes, it's newspapers, it's clippings, just newspaper filings and clippings everywhere. But you do find a document that kind of has the stats of someone that would match his description.
Okay. Does it say what time? Any details on what time he was brought in? What sort of state he was
Yeah,
in, or
it's-
just that he was brought in?
It says that he's been a body matching his description. You know, male, red hair, knife wound. What else? That he was brought in about 24 hours ago. And what else? And that he's dead. That'll do.
Okay. I turn to the others and go, well, it looks like your friend Sparky was killed. Somebody stabbed him. He's been here about 24 hours.
At
They're
the
pretty
24
sure
hour,
he's dead.
At the 24-hour mark, Toby just 24. I just damn Fanny Burst to get some cheap fucking knockoff death send message. 24-hour delay. Come on,
It
man.
looks like there's
I
some,
mean,
looks like
it
there's
could have
some
been
lag.
worse. It could have been like 5 years' time.
Did he
get
get-
this message?
Did he get 6G? Did he get 6G? You know we're on 7G at this point.
He's still on the iPhone 600.
I have no idea what sort of knockoff thing he bought, but for a death call that's supposed to go off the instant after death, to have a 24-hour delay is
I'm
bad.
glad you noticed that.
It was like, well, it's, and they just were like, wait, it's probably the best he could afford, actually.
You don't think there's any
He was
way
never
that
good with money.
it could have been? I mean, it could have just been shitty, but could it have been delayed intentionally somehow?
Maybe.
Or am I just being paranoid?
I'm not saying that it's absolutely impossible, but let's try to find the body for now, see if we can examine it.
Yeah.
So, one of you make a perception check for me, please.
Me! No, not me. Not me. Not me. Not me. Not me. Not me. Not me.
Pyke!
Oh yeah, sure. Let me have
Perception.
let me have a look at Pyke's character.
I got a +4.
I love the way
I got a-
you actually translated Honomisu. I'm impressed.
It's simple Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
you wanna
I am
do-
a weeb of the highest quality.
Perception check. Watcha!
Hey,
Oh,
wow.
30-20.
So, coming from the back, so all the lights are on, and coming from the back, you can hear sort of a melodic classical music coming from the back.
Hot. Hello.
You think everything?
Oh wait, no, I wasn't told. I wasn't
No, I
told.
said-
Yeah, sorry.
I hear music in the back.
Okay. I'll go to. Is there like a door to heading in that direction, or do we have to go back into the alleyway to?
No, that's when you entered. It was an unkept reception with a door at the back. So you're in the reception room. There's chairs. There's dying plant. The reception desk, the unkempt table, and at the back there is kind of like a double doors that you can head through.
Can I
push the trolleys
can I
in.
stealthily sort
Correct.
of quietly open the door and see if I can see anything?
It's open.
But like
Yeah?
the double doors, like these
Yeah.
are those,
Are they the ones that have like the circular
The round window in the
yeah,
middle.
yeah. So I want to like stealth in, try not to get like noticed, and just have a peek to see what's going on, if that makes any sense.
Sure. Sure, by all means. So you take a look. I'm not going to make you roll anything for it because
Let me
ultimately-
roll 23.
All right. I mean, you can roll for that. I mean,
I
that's
turn
fine.
to Toby and say, "Hey, where'd Nyx go?"
So
that
you
grey
poke
just
your head
blends into the military
just
colour.
up above and peek through, and you can see the rest of the mortician's lab. You see steel tables, you see dividers, you see cold storage lockers, fluorescent lights, and in the sort of far right corner, you can see a man, relatively tall. You're seeing him from the back, kind of working on something on the table in front of him.
I'm just gonna push it open and be like, "Excuse me, hello."
So as you enter the room, are you all going in?
Yeah.
So as you enter the room, you all see the same thing, and back to the door is a man in a white coat stood at a metal table. Oh, I have this bit, so I don't need this anymore. Before you, back towards the door, is a man in a white coat stood at a metal autopsy table. His head down, shoulders hunched, working on something or someone on the slab. The unfamiliar sound of classical misc, that was supposed to be music, but I'm going to say misc, playing loudly from a small speaker on the wall on the right. As you move closer, you can clearly see the augment on his face and right arm glinting in the buzzing fluorescent light above him.
Hello.
Now,
Hello.
when you say classical music, you mean, of course, "Toxic" by Britney Spears.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Yeah.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Nothing.
Hi. Is there sound of like cutting stuff?
There's no sound of cutting stuff. He's just sort of working on whatever he's working on, and perhaps he's just oblivious to what's going on, or maybe he has headphones in, or
turn the music off.
So with that, he sort of looks at you, and he stands up to his full height. It sort of takes his blood-stained gloves off, and sort of begins to arrange his bedraggled beard before a beaming smile of pearly white teeth as he greets you warmly. Hello!
Weird.
So nice to have visitors! I'm Jaden Hennessy. I'm the branch manager of this franchise of organ grinders. And you are?
Confused.
Hi, Jaden Hennessy, branch manager, who is for some reason working here at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm Peacock. We're looking for a John Doe who might have been brought in. Red hair, knife wound, about a day ago.
Mm-hmm.
kind
And
of really
do you have a
important,
name
but-
for this? I mean, assuming it's a John Doe, I mean, does he have a name?
Look over
Fenris.
at Tobby.
I was going to try Fenris Valion.
Interesting. And what makes
Does
you
he
think I
re-
know anything about him?
That
I was
is
gonna
here.
say, did he recognize that name? Did he seem to recognize that name?
Make an insight check for me.
Sense
or a
motive.
Sense motive check.
6. Now I roll shitty.
So, he's you sort of take a look at his face, and the big beard and the big smile and the big bushy eyebrows, goggles on top of his head, and it just throws you for a bit of a loop. You sort of just look at him and kind of go, this guy.
This guy.
And Jaden
Toby
is
just
now
takes
in your log.
Toby just takes a step forward and say, well, I have 2 reasons mostly. First,
Okay.
he has a tracker that's pointing us here. And 2, there's paperwork on the desk that says he's here.
Well, I'm not the cleanest of people. I kind of prefer to stay back here. Not many people know about that murder yet. The press haven't caught wind of it. And you say
We're the
you got.
We're
So who
something
took
more
you
like
dead?
He did.
we're more sort of like private investigators.
Nope.
Interesting.
No, we're not.
Well, we're investigating and we're doing it privately.
Yep, but I'm not one of those.
So
Okay,
anyway,
let's not
Maybe we
get
can
on.
have this argument later, Nyx.
who are you?
Not an argument, it's a fact.
It's
did
an argument
disagree.
next.
You that
So
was
that was
you. What's your name? Pointing at TBD.
Toby
you?
D.
Toby. You said something about being notified. What?
He had set up a death message to send to me at the time of his death.
A dead man switch, huh?
Yeah,
Fascinating.
So
Okay.
that's why we knew.
Is there any way I can peek a look at what body he's working on?
Yeah, by all means. I mean, you can. He's not hiding it.
Okay.
The one that's currently on the table, is clearly a woman.
Yeah, it is.
Do I recognise the woman?
Make a luck roll for me. I don't know. That was just from that other one we used to play.
Yeah.
The max one.
Make a holding it in check.
Dad?
So, I mean, assuming that you're not actually, going to do a holding it in check. Yeah, I'm amazed he had a dead man switch. Come with me. I'm working on him in the next room. So he begins to sort of turn round. He leaves his gloves on the side and heads into one of the back rooms. Now, the back room is kind of a single, it's a smaller room that's almost like an office, but it has another table in the middle. And as you walk in, you notice you're all sorry, I'm stuttering with my words. You all head into this room, and on the table is an.
Excuse me.
Why have I?
Ugh.
Yeah, on the table is a body under a sheet, and around there is some various different bits of kind of medical equipment, and he sort of points to the body and goes, "He was my second Sundown Slayer victim."
Sundown Slayer?
Yeah, what?
Yeah, he's a twisted son of a bitch, but it definitely followed his MO.
I mean, some sort of serial killer?
No,
Yeah, you're not seen him in the media?
Have I?
You would have, yes.
Okay.
There's been quite a prolific sort of murder happened recently.
Oh, over the last 24 hours.
So this was potentially about a week ago, the first one. And the name Sundown Slayer has been branded all over the media as kind of this because the murders were kind of so gruesome.
And he's saying that Sparks was the second victim.
Correct.
Oh, second victim of. I thought Sparks was the Sundown Slayer for a second. Okay.
Sorry, it's because I'm mixing up my words. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
It's all good.
Do you mind if I take a look? I know a little bit about. I might be able to help find something you. Not that you would have. You look like you kind of know what you're doing, but I might find something that could help us.
You got medical experience? I mean, maybe we can share notes. And he sort of brings out this sort of pattern. He's like, I mean, look, the killer knows how to use the scalpel. I mean, you've seen in the media the other one had his heart removed.
This sounds fucking atrocious.
This guy, what was his name? Fenris. He's had his liver removed.
His liver?
And
that was the
so
the
it looks
hardest
like
working organ in his body.
Yeah, I mean that from the rest of his organs, I could tell. But this one is even more twisted. He's always removing internal organs from his victims.
Huh.
Any duplicates? I mean, has it been how many? Do we know how many victims there's been so far?
I mean, we've only seen one. This is the second. The first one, heart removed. This one, liver removed.
Oh, okay.
It's awful.
I was thinking that there was more victims for it to have. Okay, that's me overthinking stuff.
That's me underthinking stuff. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, if you don't mind, if I take a look.
Yeah, and sort of with that, he points you to the body, and then behind you, you hear sort of somebody entering the building from the sort of the same way that you came in. You almost hear the ding-ding-ding as the door opens, and 2 minutes later, or 2 seconds later, you hear, "Hennessy, get out here!" And Hennessy sort of looks at you and goes, "Oh, great. Hey, look, I'll be right back. You do what you need to do." And he sort of leaves, but closes the door behind him, and he walks out into the main sort of atrium, and continues to have a conversation. And all you hear to start with is, "Henneth, there you are. I'm here about the new victim, Fenris Valen." And then it begins to kind of get quieter. And if you want to make an effort to hear what's going on, you can do, but you are now left alone in the room with the body, and
I can say that Toby would sort of pressing against the door, trying to listen in while letting Peacock and Nyx deal with Fen.
Pyke is doing drugs in the corner.
So Pyke's looking for drugs. We'll come to the TBD looking outside. Peacock, if you'd like to examine the body.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the sheet over to confirm that it is. Not that I've seen Fenris before, but to match the description.
There's the body half covered with a sterile surgical sheet. Fenris's face seems ashen white, and for the first time, there is no smirk on his face. The body is immaculate except from one incision. It would seem that the killer knew exactly what he wanted and took it. So if you'd there are, as during your examination, there are several plastic wallets containing evidence found on his body, so you can examine the evidence without spoiling it. If you want to make a perception check, there are a few other bits and pieces that may or may not be found.
Okay. First off, I would like to check the wound itself, see if it seems. I mean, Hennessy said that the guy used a scalpel. I want to see if it seems like he used just a roughness with the scalpel, or if there was a very medically trained incision.
Okay.
That's what I'm
make your medicine check for me.
For which I have expertise.
Yep.
24.
Boom!
So you can, from this, you can see that it was almost a perfect line going exactly where he wanted. It's been cleaned up and treated and closed now, ready for, the autopsy's done. It's going to be disposed of. But outside of that, there's no other sort of damage to the body. You would know that from that you would see that they are right-handed from sort of the angle of the wound, because you would know that shit, considering that you've probably medicined and medicaled before to know that. And
with that roll too.
You would. Sorry.
And with that roll too.
Yeah, exactly. You can with that roll, you would also see, as you're doing your brief examination, a slight puncture wound in his neck.
It's a vampire.
Single puncture wound.
It's a drug.
As if from
it's a vampire who didn't brush his teeth.
That's what you can infer from that. Yeah.
Okay, so
it's
my current theory is that somebody drugged him to knock him out or kill him, and then cut him up.
But why?
Probably killed him.
What's the motive?
Is there any other signs of distress on the body? Any signs of scarring from recent fighting, or do I get the impression that they were injected peacefully or while asleep, or somebody that they knew? Do I get the impression there was a struggle at the time?
So,
or did I
from the body? I mean, the body itself looks worn. His bags under his eyes. He has track marks. He has, various scars all over his body, but long healed. And I think the only real recent damage is the fatal wounds that you can see in front of you.
Okay. I think he either knew who attacked him or they took him unawares.
Asleep.
Doesn't seem like he put up a fight at the time.
Drugged him, killed him in his sleep. No struggle.
Yeah.
Which means that they knew where he was sleeping. Toby, where you knew this person? Do you know what their sleeping habits would have been, or do you not know them this well?
Where they might have lived?
Yeah.
Would I know?
It's been years
It's Ben.
since you had last contact with him. So, I did let TBD know at the end of last session that I was putting this guy in his backstory.
You did?
I'm struggling to hear you, TBD. I'm gonna have to turn you up.
Okay. We'll get to the rest of looking at stuff and wait for TBD to listen in on conversation.
Okay, so you want to do the listening first?
Yeah,
right?
rather than
wait,
just
but-
me doing everything.
Is there any computers in this space? Like, is there any tech?
No, it's kind of like a little office. Like there's not an awful lot of technology in the whole building. Like you kind of sense that this is, where they do the dirty work rather than where they would store anything, and outside of what he needs on his
Right.
comlink.
Yeah. I'll get you.
Just before we do continue onto the talky bit, Peacock, just make me that perception check for me, please.
Oh, of course, I'm sorry. Yeah. Whatcha? 21.
Oh my god.
Brilliant. So you see everything.
Big
So
galaxy brain moment.
lying next to Spark are several plastic wallets containing the evidence found. You spend a moment kind of having a look at what's there. You see a business card, a cheap branded cred stick, a purple shirt, a handwritten note, and with that score, you find components to make a first aid kit. Would you roll a?
Hang on, sorry, I'm still writing down the
fine.
evidence. So business card.
I will
cheap
put
cred
this
stick.
in. I will put this in under Jaden Hennessy's in a minute, if you prefer.
I'm
Because
writing it in Fenris's stuff.
Okay, there you go. All right, in Fenris, that's fine. Purple shirt, handwritten note. So those are the main ones, and then with that roll, you get components to make a first aid kit, which is under tools in the guide. And roll me a D3, please. And you find 3 Luckalite workday relief.
That's drugs, isn't it?
So you would know, because augments are so well used, that this is what you need to take to keep your augments from hurting you.
Oh yeah, if you okay.
Yeah. Okay.
It's called Luckalite Workday Relief. And 1 ration and 1 energy drink. You feel that this is probably Jaden's lunch.
Now, is it an energy drink or an energy drink?
It's an energy drink, as in energy drink that will give you advantages in combat and etc.
Okay, I'm gonna pocket those parts.
Okay.
So pass the energy drink over to Pyke.
Yeah!
Didn't see that coming. So we'll head over to TBD. TBD, make a stealth check for me, please.
Guidance. Oh no, wrong.
Boop.
Brilliant. Okay, so you
used all
kind
the
of you this room does have glass around it. Most of the blinds are kind of down, but you know how blinds get; they get a bit mangled, and you know there's a hole in the door like the ones out the front, and you're just sort of ever so slightly peering to try and see who he's talking to, and you notice a very tall man stood next to an equally tall Hennessy. And you can overhear their conversation. So, this is the new victim. Oh, where's the new victim? What's his name? Fenris, whatever. And his name sounds awful familiar. Did his mum kill herself a while ago? And you sort of see Hennessy's just head in his hands. So you insisted at the time. Ah, come on, she offed herself. I had it on good authority. Now, let's go. Tell me everything. Tell me what's at work. This case is my ticket to the lieutenant's badge. And Hennessy sort of reluctantly begins his spiel. Look, I've lost his voice. That's McCluskey's voice. Not that I've introduced him yet. I've already posted everything I know. The killer stuns the target with a combination of drugs and then removes the single internal organ while they're still alive. The perpetrator, knows their way around a scalpel and has a decent understanding of human anatomy too. And the man opposite him goes, so I'm looking for a whacked out surgeon. Hennessy dejectedly goes, not necessarily. I don't know any surgeons who are still using scalpels anymore. These days it's all done with computer-controlled lasers. Could be anyone from a military field. From a military field surgeon to an antique medicine aficionado. McCluskey sort of getting more and more worked up. You're no damn help. And with that, they kind of... you're peering and you just slip, and I think your head just ever so slightly hits the door. And the man sort of looks around at your location. And he just goes, you got someone back there? Oi, who are you? Looking at you, TBD.
I'm still believe I'm hidden. He is not responding. Sort of glaring.
So with that, he's gonna come over and open the door. and look at you. And this is the first time the group will get to see what they're looking at. So in front of you is a big, like I said, a wide man, sort of shaven hair at the sides, nice kind of square hair on top. You notice his augments under his eyes, as well as this kind of patchy beard. The guy is dressed in what you would know is a Lone Star Corp police outfit. Everything is owned by a corporation. Lone Star are one of the police forces in the area.
Are they the same one that I'm involved in?
Potentially.
No.
Maybe.
Ooh. Or you're involved with something policey.
And he sort of opens the door, and I went, I said, who the hell are you?
Toby.
Toby.
Sort of stares him down.
And you've probably come up to like his chin. And he just sort of looks at you and goes, and why are you here?
Know the guy.
Hiding behind here.
I know the guy. And there's sort of a gesture. Yeah.
Well, don't get in my way of the investigation, eh? Let me be the first to tell you I run the show. And if you get in my way, you'll be back here on a slab too.
Nyx, hearing this, is just going to go, Actually, I think it's whoever finds out the right information runs the show. So if you want to piss off and leave us to it, we'll continue as we were, thanks.
And sort of looking at you, looking down his nose at you, goes, "I won't let anyone talk to me like that, never mind a woman." And
I
he sort
think
of looks,
at this point, Pyke
looks
takes
back
a
at-
step forward towards him, cracks his knuckles.
I say, would you say that? Would you say that to the woman with a gun pointed at your foot?
And with that, Hennessy sort of steps in and goes, "Look, we've got enough death in here already."
I'm sure there's space for one more.
And he sort of backs off ever, and the guy backs off ever so slightly. And he goes, "Look, Hennessy, get me more on this. I'm putting someone in a cell or a box this week, and I'm claiming my promotion." And with that, he turns to leave and sort of flounces out.
As he's going, Nyx is going to go, "I think he stumbled his words. He's putting someone in a promotion and himself in a box."
And you just see the middle finger being flicked off behind him as he walks out. The smell of sort of cheap aftershave lingering slightly longer than is pleasant.
Oh, I hate that guy already.
Oh, he was pleasant company.
So, and with that, sort of Hennessy looks back at you and goes, "You always make friends that easy."
No, sometimes they come a little bit feisty.
Yeah, I didn't expect it, but I know they don't have the bestest of reputations, but I expected someone in the police to be at least a bit more gutsy.
No, they're all like that, really. They're all a bit scummy and sleazy. You don't want to take any of them for
scummy and
trust.
scummy and sleazy. I did not scummy and sleazy. I did not question. I was talking about how easily he backed off like a coward.
I mean, if he's got nothing here, he's not going to stay longer than 2 seconds.
Yeah, I hear they don't last longer than 2 seconds most time anyway.
From
Hennessy
experience.
chuckles to himself.
I like you. You can stay.
Peacock.
So, look, and sort of addresses you as a group, and he's like, be straight with me, you lot. Are you really going to work for this dead guy?
Yeah.
I mean, I want to
just
do
like-
it.
That's the other people that are looking into what happened to him. I think it's probably best that we do.
Well, love, you're in D5. You know, no one gives a fuck around here about one dead gangbanger. I don't care.
Yeah, but I do care about fucking over this one cop bastard now. So...
I like you. So, Detective McCluskey, who you've just had the pleasure of meeting, who is now in your inventory.
Oh, I love this.
He isn't interested in anything but Detective McCluskey. He'd convict his own mother if it meant another 10 long in his paycheck. Plus, he's on the take. Look, you've got honour after a fashion. I try to honour the dead in my work, and we have that in common. So, what can I do to help?
Do you have any information that you didn't tell him?
Do you know where he was found?
Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man!
The Muffin.
I know the Muffin Man. Yeah, I know the Muffin Man.
She's married to the Muffin Man.
I mean, yeah, so his body... I mean, ultimately, you've checked the body. There's not an awful lot there. Like, there's not much to see. So, yeah, I told him everything. I've lost his voice as well, but whatever.
They're fun.
I've told him everything, and, you know, I put all that in the official report. But, you know, he never reads the bloody reports anyway. So, where the body was found, yeah, I mean, it was found just, it's not far away. Let me think. Yeah. He looks at, sort of, begins to look at you intently and goes, you know what, I might be able to do you one better than telling you where it is. Why don't you poke around in those body lockers at the back and see if you find anything useful.
Thanks. So I'm gonna start just not like rummaging, but casually opening things, not trying to ruin his shop and keeping it tidy.
So you've gone straight to the body lockers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not checking for
So
traps.
Boom!
you're dead. So you spend a moment and you see kind of all of them at like minus temperatures, apart from one. You open that one, and the drawer opens to reveal a fully clothed man, arms folded across his chest, in addition to sporting some of the brightest white hair you've ever seen. The body seems to be in very good condition. And with that, he sort of looks up at you, eyes open, and goes, "Whoa, hello!" And in one quick, well-practiced move, he jumps down from the drawer and stands before you. You take a look at the man.
Is he a hot boy?
Potentially. You take a look at the man before you and notice a multitude of Lumiskin tattoos peeking out from his shirt and a black metal shoulder and arm bionic. The man stands with his arms crossed across his chest and addresses you more calmly than you would expect for someone that has just woken up from a morgue locker. And as he stands there, he sort of looks over at Hennessy and goes, and then looks at you and kind of goes, "I have to be woken up at 6 a.m. Is it 6 a.m. Yeah, it doesn't feel like 6 a.m. So much for a good night's sleep. On the plus side, you ain't killed me yet.
Yes.
That's a good thing. So if you aren't after me, then what's your story?"
Depends, we might be after you. Who are you?
Jake McLeod.
Of Clan McLeod.
And he sort of gets a bit twitchy. And he just looks over at Hennessy and like, "Are these guys cool?" Yeah, they're on the level. They're working for Fenris, believe it or not. Some sort of dead man switch. I thought you could help him out. And maybe even, stop hiding in my morgue lockers. And he sort of looks at you.
Speaking of, why were you hiding in a morgue locker?
Well, there's a court bounty on my head at the minute.
Really?
But
Interesting.
let's not talk figures and numbers just yet. I'm quite liking you not killing me.
Let's talk figures and numbers.
I mean, you could search for the court bounty and find out yourself.
I could. I'm not. I'm actually having too much fun. Tell me about yourself. How can you help us?
I mean, why did you open my drawer? Why are you here?
We're trying to find the killer of our friend Fenris over there, and apparently my friend Hennessy, here thinks that you can prove us a little bit useful.
Huh. Fenris, eh? Well, I'm glad somebody cares. Didn't realise he had more friends.
Careful what's in his pocket more than what he actually is.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Toby just steps up and say, "I'm the one who knew Fen."
Oh well, I'm sorry for your loss and whatnot. We used to drink together every now and then. Over at the Union. Decent enough guy. Always in trouble over something or another though.
Yeah, that's Fen all right.
What union?
Sorry?
What union?
The Union. The bar just up the road.
He did like
a lot
that
of my
place.
time there. Pardon?
Recently?
Yeah, I was there the other night.
With him?
Yeah. I had to sort of throw him out, if you know what I mean.
Oh, you work there?
No. The bouncer was just busy.
What was the bouncer busy with?
I don't know. I didn't ask.
And when
But I was with him the other night, and the night when he poor guy. You know, he was tripping balls and rowdy as shit. No, I'd been sort of laying low there for a few days after a bad run. And sort of begins to rub the back of his neck. You know, Mrs. Feng, she asked me to throw Spark out, so I did. But in the alley, some gang... Correct. But in the alley, some gang has got a bit of a jump on me. You know, as I said, there's this sort of big, fat corporate bounty on my head. You know, last job didn't go too well and all that. Anyway, out in the alley, the jackals got the jump on us. Damn gangers. Thought they could turn a quick profit off my head.
Jackals. I got it.
Let's not go anywhere near those or start fights with them.
Yeah, at least not until after they finish breakfast.
Too real. Okay.
So, I mean, Fenris sort of, during the altercation, he sort of struggled off during the fight. And that was the last I saw of him until we ended up here. And then they found his body less than a mile away.
Oh, they found his body a mile away.
Yeah, less than a mile away. Less than a mile away from the Union, not from here. You know, we'd walked out of the Union, got beaten up, he'd stumbled off, and then the next day they found his body less than a mile away.
So, do you know exactly where less than a mile away? Or just that number?
No, I can take you there. I mean, it was on the way to the Union. You know what? I'll tell you what. I could take you to where he was murdered. You know, it's not safe. I mean, fuck. It's 4 a.m. It's not safe to hit these streets without backup. So I'll do you a deal. I'll take you there, maybe throw in some supplies. If you help me settle the score with them jackals. Their leader's got a whole gang searching the area for me, and I need to get rid of that bitch.
I'm quite scared of the concept of the jackals. I've heard many things. They once destroyed a whole group of adventurers all in one go.
I mean, I did hear that they were picking a fight with them.
If you do something stupid like that, you get what you deserve. I heard that story too.
I mean, it is a rather famous story around these parts.
Yeah. It was.
I mean, look, there's going to be 5 of us. We'll be right?
Yeah, I mean, we've done...
does he seem like a trustworthy dude?
No, not at all!
In respect to, he will hold up his side of the deal if we hold up ours, sort of thing. Does he seem genuine in that way? I mean, yes, he's a sketchy dude, but do I get the impression that he's being genuine at the moment?
You can make a sense motive check. I mean, you can also probably talk to him. Talk to Hennessy. Like, it's up to you.
Hennessy, Hennessy, how do you feel about
15.
this guy?
So, he's... You know, it's a bit weird, the fact that he was in a locker. Like, you kind of get the fact that, yeah, he's hiding from somebody. He's mentioned that he was on a job that went wrong. You would almost sense that he is a sort of cyberpunk like you lot are. Grifting to make ends meet, taking what jobs he can to get money. But the fact that, you know, he's not shot anyone, there's no jobs out for you. You know, he's on the level as most other people in D5.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You
still haven't confirmed if he's a hot boy or not.
Okay, I'll confirm.
It's a very important question.
So he is now in your repository.
Yeah, really. It's called Hotshot.
Hot boy.
Man. Oh my god, it's Jack from Borderlands. It's Handsome Jack.
Toby would just ask him, so, out of curiosity, what exactly was the job that went wrong?
Buy me a drink first, eh, mate? Lost pretty much most of my crew on that one. We met a smith, gave us a job to steal some particular piece of information that was supposed to be in the some corpo headquarters, and we managed to trip an alarm halfway through. Swarmed by drones. Managed to make my way out through one of the vents. Lost some good people that day, and you know what? Entirely wasn't worth it. So now, kind of laying low here for a bit. It's not the first time. Hennessy's a good kid. I mean, who's going to look in a freezer for me? And I plan on just skipping town. I just kind of want to get my bit of revenge first.
I hear you. I've had other jobs gone wrong in similar fashions.
Well, are you in the line of work too, are you?
Well, I used to be. Name's Tobby D.
Yeah. Nice to meet you, Toby. I'm Hotshot.
Yes, you are.
And he sort of smirks.
I wink at him.
And he visibly sort of laps it up. He's loving it. Goes, so how about it then? You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Raised his eyebrows.
Interesting. I'm sorry. What?
Fuck with us and I'll break your knees. Sure, let's go.
She'll
and sort of looks between Peacock and Nyx and Tobby D, and it was like, I have only the most honest of intentions. Just revenge.
I know. That's why I don't want you to be like, we know too much, because them knees be clicking.
Well, the fact
Keep
you ain't
down,
claiming my bounty, yeah, good in my book.
The collecting bounties isn't exactly my forte.
I prefer hobnobs myself.
I don't really like coconut.
So, have you? All right, I'll follow your lead then. They're not really looking for you yet. So with that, he's sort of
jackals or body first.
We do the body first. We get that job done first, and then we move on to helping this gentleman out with his problems.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. So, what's you sort of Hennessy is waiting for you, just sort of smiling, and he's sort of gone back to his work, but he's keeping an eye on what's going on, and he just sort of looks at you and goes, "You got everything you need, then?"
Oh, I did have a couple of questions. You know, I was it you that worked on the first body of the Sundown Slayer?
It was.
Yeah,
it was.
Do you happen to know whereabouts that might have been found? Anything about what the body was? Anything that matched it to Fenris?
I mean, the only thing that matched it to Fenris was the style. Sorry, I've got biscuit in my throat.
You sound a little like retching from the bodies. Are you okay?
It's you'd think after working here for so long I'd be used to this, and he just sort of squelches these guts and just sort of puts them back in again, and he sort of dusts his hands off. He's like, "Sorry, I'll give you my full attention." You know, the only thing was like the puncture wounds and the slice marks, taking out the internal organs. I mean, it's gross. You notice that sort of stuff, you know. And the woman that had her heart removed, she, she's kind of in the same situation, but her body's been disposed of now. But it was, from what I recall, very sort of similar.
And I mean, a place like this, you collect body parts for transference onto other people. I'm trying to understand.
a bit of both.
What
You know, we tend, you know, there are some slightly more illegal places which will deal with, you know, the unsavory matters of, you know, black market organs and what have you. But with, you know, there isn't much need for organs nowadays. A lot of it's bionic and synth. Like, you know, there's not that much money in it anymore.
So I just kind of want your opinion if you think that it's likely that it was perverse pleasure or there was another financial reason for taking these.
That's the thing. Like, there were no, you know, there was no evidence of any sort of sexual experience. There was no, you know, other markings on the wounds, any ligature marks, anything like that. And what was the other question? A blank, sorry.
Whether you thought it might be monetary
money
related?
Like I said, like, for a whole body worth of organs, you might make, you know, a little bit of money, you know, selling it to a medical school or, like, something. But for one organ, like, it doesn't make any sense. Wouldn't make sense for it to have been money.
Okay. I'm gonna give you my contact details. If you have any other thoughts that you have or any other bodies come in, just
send me a text.
Send me a text, drop me a line, call me, beat me if you want to reach me.
Disgusting.
What's the sitch?
Hennessy has Peacock's number.
Who doesn't have
and
Peacock's
he sort of, you know, receives the contact details through his augments and you know, stores it away. And he's like, yeah, I'll give you a shout. Did you see the evidence that was on Fenris's body?
We saw. Yes, we should have a full look, proper look at those things,
Gamer,
and see
we have,
what
right?
the full details were. Because in the conversations, forgot all about that.
I have made lots of notes on Fenris's thing, so.
Business card, purple shirt.
Take your time. There's some comfy seats over there. I mean, I'm here if you need me.
Okay. I'm gonna we spread some of the stuff out between ourselves. I'll give the.
Just make sure to put it back. It's part of a police investigation.
Oh, yeah.
I totally have put everything that I found there back. She lies.
Okay.
Okay.
So, business card, cheap cred stick, purple shirt.
No
and a handwritten
motive.
note.
No motive. What does the handwritten note say?
So, where are my notes? So you take a look through the plastic plastic wallet, and you can only make out part of it, and it's torn and it's got blood stains on it, and it is now in your journal.
Great.
Jessica. Toby, do you know a Jessica?
Jessica! Come back here,
If
Jessica!
I've not told you, you do not know.
Jessica!
I don't. Toby just shakes his head. I'm sorry, I know lots of people, but as I said, it's been years since I last talked with Fenris.
Jake, you drank with him. Do you know a Jessica?
I think he's mentioned her once or twice. Some relative, maybe? Ex-girlfriend? No, relative. No, ex... And then he just sort of fades out.
Did he say if he'd slept with her? That might narrow it down.
I've not... No. He wasn't one to kiss and tell. I mean, I think if he had, then he probably would, actually, you know? He was always jacked up on something. He wasn't exactly tight-lipped.
He's not one to fucking duck, then, is he?
Okay. Interesting. And the business card?
So you sort of again in a separate plastic wallet, you notice the business card. It's from a place called the Union, and it has something handwritten on the back, but the blood has made it ineligible. Illegible. There you go.
Can't read the shit.
Can't say shit.
Well, you just did. You said shit.
Shit. Mind blown. Okay.
Wait.
I feel like the next place we need to go is to the bar, right?
Hang on, there's still a few things to look at. Just, is the purple shirt, is there blood stains on it from around the point of
Has it
the...
pockets? Yeah.
You sort of pick up the larger, and there is just so much blood that the thing sloshes.
Ugh. Why is there so much blood if he only got cut in one place?
And can we have a look on the thing to see how much credits there are?
Yeah, if you swipe it, yeah.
Bing, bing.
And with that, you get a transfer notice saying 800 long.
800 long. Okay.
Upon hearing, if Toby would be aware of this, he would say,
Are you
800
pocketing it,
long.
Peacock?
Yeah.
Okay.
Upon hearing the number, I would assume if she would tell how much money he had on him.
No, I'm gonna beep beep, bing bing, PayPal. It's out to you guys. 200 each.
Nice.
Yeah. So doing the math, it was like so he had 800 on him. Oh, he must have been saving. He is bad with money.
I mean, he somehow got. She lowers her voice. A million credit. Life insurance somewhere.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
We should look into this law firm, see how legitimate they are.
Yeah, I think so. That's a good place to go. So we've law firm, we've got the bar, we've got the place where the body was found. Because he definitely wouldn't have been able to move if he's had his liver removed. Like, he was either dumped there, or it was done there and they fled. Right? So those are the three places I can think of that, you know, require exploration. Anyone else know of anywhere else?
Yep. No, those are good starting points to me.
Where do we want to go first?
Good.
We'll do body first and then
Okay, yeah, body's
do
closest.
hot boys thing. I mean hot rod.
I mean,
hot shot.
and sort of Hotshot looks at you and kind of go, "Well, I was going to take you to the body,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that makes sense."
We know.
Okay, so he's like getting G'd up, you know, making sure he's ready. Like, are we going?
Yes.
Yep.
Done everything else you wanted to here?
Yes.
DM asking, done everything else you wanted to hear?
Yes.
Um,
Stop doing that. Stop it.
Are we
doing
missing
what?
something so obvious? Let me just look back through my notes. Make sure.
Don't know what you're talking about.
No, I don't think so. I feel like we've got quite a lot of information, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to be miles away, but I'm going to say that I feel
Yeah.
confident.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else that we've not
All
looked
right.
at.
So,
This is like a
Great
video
shot to you.
game, like looking into.
Are you ready to leave to the next area?
Yeah, it's like you
must
have
gather
to
your
pick up
party
everything
before
and
venturing
examine
forth.
it.
Yeah.
You know, when you have to.
I can say there is something Toby will do, but that is like as we're leaving.
Okay. All right. So you will continue to leave, and sort of Hennessy will reach out and goes, Thanks for stopping by. Good luck with the murder.
Yep.
And we'll sort of carry on with what he's doing.
I will ask Hennessy, here's my number, and I might use your services in the future.
Sure. Happy for the business.
Boy.
So Jake sort of walking beside you is like, it's not far. It's just up here. Take a right, take a left. That's where the murder was happening. So should we boogie?
Let's
Okay.
boogie.
Is it
All right.
walkable?
Oh, I mean, everything's walkable if you've got enough time, but it's
Is it
not
busable?
that far away.
Do you think we need to take the bus?
It's about a mile away. Say it's not that. It's not. Everyone's gone to that. Like
That's like
that
one stop on the bus. Let's.
It's a 20-minute walk. It's fine. I'll be fully sober by the time we get there.
All right.
Walking in the cold air.
So that'll be about 5 a.m. by the time you get there.
Yeah.
All right.
At what point do we start taking a level of exhaustion?
Well, Pyke's
Depends
used
how
to
long you've
this,
been
right?
talking.
We're used to this.
All right.
We're-
Okie dokie. Where am I and my notes? All right. So you continue walking through, out of the industrial estate, and Jake sort of points you down one way, and he sort of looks, and he goes, "Let's not go that way. Too dangerous. Let's stay where it's lit." And sort of walks around one way. Takes you through the more populated areas, takes you into you can begin to smell the sort of smell of street food. Even at 5 a.m., this place is, kind of bopping, if you like. Lots of people everywhere, kind of lots of the smells of street food. And as you sort of... No, it doesn't. There are people from all walks of life in this city. Most of them work all the hours that God sends, or the corpse send. And let's be honest, you want to get as much downtime as you physically can. So, approaching the food stands, Jake's just like, "I'm hungry. Just 2 secs, get some food." And he just sort of waves the guy over, and he's like, "Yeah, 2 noodle things and 1 meaty thing," and makes a transaction. You eating? And he just sort of begins to
I could eat.
Yep.
feed it into place.
Yeah.
Hey, my treat. Pick what you want, and there's like roasted things and meaty things. And,
Nick's
you're not
wants
entirely sure, but he's eating it.
Noodles. Easy go noodles.
Right, and it sort of begins to sort of, start chatting, just shooting the shit while you're eating, and sort of off in the distance you hear, "Hey boy, found you!" And you just sort of turn around, and there's this augmented woman stood there, kind of face covered, various different augments all down the side, baseball bat over their shoulder, and they're just like, "Did you think we wouldn't find you, man?" And with that, I would like you to roll me some initiative, please, as we head
Yay.
into the combat session.
We will wait for...
This music isn't battly enough.
Wow!
So, Pyke got a 7, and I got a natural 20 for a 24.
Oh shit! You're not on the map, are you? My bad.
Nay.
Try again, please. Feel free to add it.
Yeah, I ain't rolling again. What's your chan?
That's fine.
Oh my god, we're being we're being attacked by both Daft and Punk.
So let me just move you to where you actually were.
Initiative. Initiative. Oh wait, fuck. Oh, fuck it, that works.
Oh, that's even worse.
There we go.
And I'm assuming you should all be at full health if you're not already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's that?
That's just a civilian.
Oh.
Ordering at the same
You
place you are.
spelt victim wrong.
Why can I not? Oh, that's because I'm trying to drag the wrong thing.
Stop opening Jake McLeod hotshot onto my screen. God damn it! I don't know why.
Oh, when I open it, Jesus.
Yeah.
I was trying to drag Hotshot's token onto here, and then realized that I'm not clicking his token. I'm clicking his.
Yeah, it's like welcome to Hotshot to population, you guys. Oh.
So, I'm really fucking this up. I'm just give me a sec.
It's all good.
Why I'm struggling with it.
It's all good.
It's been.
What? Yeah, it's been some time.
It's been.
I'm not gonna lie.
I can take this time to mention the thing that I was doing as we were leaving the organ grinder.
Oh yes, do.
Yeah. He was just going to take out one piece of sour candy that was Fenry's favorite, the one he could tolerate, and just place it next to him. And then I can open.
So I just realised that I've not actually made this guy a token. Just one.
Oh. The tokens are illegal.
Oversight on my part.
Just a little one.
Undersight.
Just a little one. Bit of an undersight on my part.
Exactly.
For some reason it's... Catch up.
Does Pyke get a load of shit for his initiative?
Whoa, he's big.
Yeah, but
Okay.
wait.
Or does he have to have drunk?
I don't want to
drunk
use
his
his like narcotics if he's not here, so I'm just gonna just base run him. Because like, yeah, it's not my shit.
That's fine. I'm sure I'll not hurt you too much.
Lies.
I mean, look at all these people.
So only the ones in pink.
Oh, so this not...
No, so you will. So those are my generic NPC tokens that you will have seen in the last session that we did. They were just I was just using them as generic NPC tokens, but just means that there are potential for other corpses.
Yeah, we could technically up our kill count by murdering them.
You could, yes, you could.
I have a notepad open for...
Tempting.
Not any kills or damage, because I don't do any of that stuff. Because my rolls are too shit.
So I need to. Oh, my goodness, I should have prepped this beforehand. I'm sorry.
That's
out of
okay.
practice.
Yeah, it's fine.
Initiative. It's alright. Shit initiative.
They're the
That's nice.
jackals. Damn it, we're screwed, guys.
Yeah, we are. We gotta run.
That's it, TPK.
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously. We're gonna need God's
Oh
hand
my
for
god!
this shit.
It's because of No-Go again!
He wasn't even involved this time.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
They would
Oh,
use the same
you
token
silly
for the leader.
Yes. Oh my god.
It was to give you retribution from the last campaign.
Well, clearly
This is
you
one of the
spelt-
nods that I was talking about.
Clearly you spelt retribution wrong.
Yeah, I think the retribution isn't spelled TPK.
What can I...
Death and misery.
Oh, there we go. So, then just having a look at these females.
Oh, they look sick.
It's that one.
Yeah, they're wearing a
One.
mask and everything.
Oh, they look cool. They got tasers.
Don't
Obviously that
tase
one.
me,
You've seen.
babe.
Tase me, baby, one more time.
So, with that, I think, Nyx, you kind of were already on some sort of alert.
Yeah, I'm always on.
That you felt that something was coming.
Yeah. That is very canon for Nyx, isn't it?
Yeah. And you are at the top of the round, so do me the favour of busting some heads, please.
Do they look like they're about to, like, attack us?
They are looking to claim the bounty.
Oh, how much do we value this guy? I don't.
Do they look like they're making aggressive overtures towards us as well?
I mean, she's specifically talking to Hotshot.
I'm just gonna say, Hotshot, what's in it for us? Real quick, what's in it for us?
We were supposed to do this anyway if he took us to the body.
Oh, were we? Oh, fuck it. No. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Can I get to here? Is that where I can somewhere I can stand?
Yep.
Cool.
They're all tents and stuff. You can do whatever you need to be doing.
That means that we've got a good old flank, and I'm gonna katana this bitch in the back.
Nice.
Chonk. Ignores resistances. 19 in your back. Oh, with advantage, although because of 19.
And sort of, she's there with her weapon behind her shoulder, and you just sort of whip round and attack her in the back.
Yep.
Do tell me how you kill her.
So I actually don't attack her in the back. I just walk past her and I open and close my blade, and she's dead on the ground.
Oh, sexy.
Sort of
the ultimate anime style. Yeah.
heading, slumping to the ground. The blood begins to fill the marketplace, sort of square where she stands. The NPCs, the civilians, sort of begin to scream. This isn't uncommon, but it's not something you want to be anywhere near, and they will be making moves to get out of dodge.
I look at the other girls, and I just go, "You're next. Here we go," and then that's it. That's my turn.
Nice. DVD.
He's just going to take 1, 2, 3 steps, and to the one in the straight line, he's just going to take out his handgun and fire.
Nice.
Oh! Woo-wee!
Is that
I finally fucking hit something!
And that's double damage, and you got 6 + 1. So you maxed it and then lowered it. So, you take out this hand cannon, you sort of look at it and you're just like, please hit something, as you just fire it out in, at the bodies in front of you. And she just takes shot to the chest, and she's beginning to bleed. She's heavily damaged, but she's not down yet.
Isn't that another 2d6?
Isn't it a 2d6? Because the gun would typically do 2d6.
Yeah.
I don't think it's calculated it.
So you need
Does
to
it not
do
calculate
another
the
two.
crit?
Doesn't look like
No.
it.
No,
Then do it
2d6
again.
is the...
No, because the heavy pistols do 2d6 on their own, right?
Yeah.
Does it?
I think
Yep.
so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm
that's another
pretty sure.
4 damage. And sort of, she, after the initial impact, she's sort of like, and then she sort of looks down and realizes there's a giant hole in her chest as she falls to the floor dead.
Oh, whoops!
That's 11 damage. 1 kill for me.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you did it. Oh yeah, shit, I need to keep track of that as well. 9 damage, 1 kill.
How did you do
You can
9?
go back and check in the chat.
How did you do 9 damage? You rolled an 11 and then a 12 for damage.
Oh, sorry. Thanks. More damage, more kill. Okay. So, anything else? Tell me. I guess.
No, that is
Anything else,
it
Steven?
for
No.
me.
Pyke, you're up.
Would like to do drugs.
I would like to. What's my movement speed? It's
30.
that's my character sheet.
30.
It's 30. Right, cool.
You're the only one that gets
5,
extra.
10, 15, 20, 25. Fuck!
Hold an action.
Does he have anything that... They got guns! They're not gonna get close! Yeah, a heavy pistol one, sure. As he
Well, you never know.
Shoots it in the face. He's gonna heavy pistol this girl right in the face.
Nice. Go for it.
Why not? Clunk. 17. For 5 damage.
Did that roll?
there it is.
Oh, there it is. There it is. So that's a 17. So that hits. You're all hitting fairly well today, and similarly, it sort of chinks into her shoulder. She drops her arm, but she brings it immediately back up as if she's almost battle hardened, and begins to sort of shouting in your direction.
He doesn't get a second attack, right? So that's his turn.
He does not yet.
That is his turn done.
Peacock.
I'm going to rush forward a little bit, pull gun out the holster. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to shoot at this one here. Obviously not saying I'm going to shoot that one. I'm going to shoot at it.
Shoot in the direction of that one. Yeah.
There you go, it's a 9. And
missed.
then I'm going to just move over here a little bit out of way.
Yeah, sure.
And that's my turn.
So the gun, the bullet leaves the gun, and is taken just out of in one direction. It just sort of hits the boxes in front.
I love one direction.
And now it's their turn.
And then am I sort of hidden a little bit for?
You would be in cover, like you are behind something. So anybody here couldn't. Oh, you can't see. So anybody like. Here, I couldn't shoot you through the building, as an example.
Yeah.
Like, this one would need to come around.
These stalls are great.
I had this map
It's a very
wicked.
good map.
Yeah.
Did you make this or?
No, I bought this.
I think I know who made this one.
Yeah, so this is one of the... So I don't do Patreon, generally, but when I saw these maps, I've been following him for a while, and I was like, the quality is just incredible.
Yeah,
so this is at half
like...
resolution. You can print this off, and it's still be in high enough resolution to play on. Like, it's really
This
good.
is half? Holy
Yeah, this is half resolution. Half resolution. Because otherwise it'd be too big to fit on the page. I put it in, and you had to be at 10% to see the map.
Amazing.
Yeah. It's
Or 50% to see this sort of map. Anyway.
Yeah, that's me. No go done, obviously. Just
Cool.
skip me next time.
Ah, don't say that.
I mean, I hit something. Maybe it's your turn next.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like me. I used all my high rolls earlier. in
Oh,
investigations.
I've just realised that I've linked all of my fucking units again. Fuck's sake. Link them all to the same token,
Yeah.
Oh,
and they
yeah.
all take the same health. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
I mean, you do that at first, so you make sure that they have the same health, and you always forget to. You always forget to disconnect.
I know.
I know.
I'm just out of practice.
I'm gamer and I know things.
I know. So this one here, I think is just gonna take some shots at Pyke because he's right.
Ah!
And I say some shots. He's gonna take one shot because
Did he
one is some.
rage?
that's a 12
doesn't need to.
anyway. So that missed. You're
Off his
done.
rock hard abs.
Off his rock hard abs. So this one here is going to try and shoot at TBD, assuming there'll be and I feel really rusty. I'm sorry.
It's alright.
It's perfectly fine.
Watch out! That's an 8. So he's hitting awfully. This one to the right is sort of going to move forward a bit so she can get a bit of a better angle. 5, 10, 15. Sort of seeing Nyx, she's going to duck into here, just between these two, and take some shots at Nyx, who I would probably say is in, like quarter cover.
Sort of cover, yeah. Which means she's not going to hit.
That's
Nope.
a 13.
Not even close.
She doesn't know your stats. And then we have this sort of imposing female at the back who's going to come to here and take some shots. If she can see anybody, she can't, so she's going to continue. So that's 15.
By the way, Gamer, you
What?
didn't roll initiative for Hot Rod.
Yes.
I did. Oh, I didn't.
Not anymore. You didn't.
I swear I did. There he is. 8. So he would have gone first. So I'll move him, and he's going to do some jiggery pokery, if you like, and is going to be aiming at this one over here.
Is that the
Actually,
technical term?
he
That
going to
is
aim at
indeed.
this one up here because this one wasn't there when it was his turn. And he is going to sort of do some jiggery pokery with his technology, and all you see is sort of these sort of ginormous electrical surges go as he uses his ping echo.
Ping echo is so nice.
Ping echo hits, so that's 5. It's 3, isn't it? 2,
Yeah, it's a smashing missile.
3. So 5,
5
9, 10, 11, 12.
No.
Nice.
So
The NPC's done more damage than I have.
minus 12. So this woman, you see her sort of eyes begin to just sort of, but she sort of steadies herself and remains upright. And then he's going to sort of duck behind here. So now I'm going to continue on with my turn. Thank you for calling me out on that one. And
No.
she's going to come down to say here. No, 5, 10, 15, 20, yeah. And then is going to kind of peer around here. And I think I should be ruling that I'd be able to see TBD from here, kind of leaning out.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So taking a shot at TBD, and she's sort of under this cloak. She pulls out an SMG, and she's going to fire it in your direction. That's a 16.
That does it.
And that's
Unless I
just
get some
4.
type of cover.
That's just 4 damage. You are not in cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
So that is just 4 damage.
Wait,
as
it's
she sort of
ballistic
ducks.
damage.
That's a 4.
It is ballistic damage.
I have one of the things that reduces ballistic.
Okay, so how much?
I have a concealable ballistic vest, if anyone remembers.
What's
That's
the
three.
DR? Is it 3?
Three.
So you just take the 1 damage. So, you know, she spray and prays, and, you know, you just sort of, and it just sort of nicks you ever so slightly.
Hey, it me's me? Get it?
So clever. And I think that's everybody. So I'm going to start moving the other NPCs just 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And these are all going to
They're all
move.
getting
So,
the hell out of Dodge, screaming.
yeah.
Just imagining one of them going, it must be a Monday.
Oh, Saturday night in San Francisco.
They're all GTFOing. She's not on top of the building, she's underneath it. And this one
Are
is
you
going to head over
eating
here.
the whole fucking Easter egg?
Yeah.
Good job.
I'm unhealthy.
You're not even opening it, you're just nibbling from the top.
So with
You're
that,
a
Nick-
weirdo.
Nyx, you are up.
Right, cool. 5, 10. Let's go again, baby.
Oh, this blade is going to be the end of me.
It is chop. 25.
Oh, 25?
I got a plus like a billion to hit. I've got plus 6 to hit.
Jeez.
So-
At hits,
Yeah, I
that's
thought
11 damage.
Yeah. No.
So I think-
7 damage. 7 damage. 7 damage.
Oh, sorry, yeah, 7 damage. So you sort of carve this blade straight through her, and you know her guts are beginning to just sort of spill out, and she just sort of looks up at you, still alive.
Well, that's not what I wanted.
Yeah.
I ain't got anything. Oh, I should have made her blind beforehand. Never mind. Cool. I will pass, unfortunately.
Okay, TBD, you are up.
Noticing her getting like nicked from something like bink, so turns to her, takes 3 steps there so you just get a little bit of a better view.
Find your own space.
And he's going to attempt to do something.
Okay.
13.
Sorry, which one are you aiming for? Yeah, that hits.
Oh, that's 8 damage.
And sort of, she's ducked behind this tent, but obviously still a tent, and takes these sort of bullets straight through the side of the tent and into her shoulder.
She wouldn't have any cover from the tent.
Damage. No, it's a tent. I think you're fine. I'm
Can shoot through it. And then he's just going to stare her down. So, do you really want to mess with us? And that's a me no-go done.
Speaking of which...
Pyke rage.
Right, bonus action, he is gonna anger.
Yeah.
He's gonna go, Rower, I am bad boy. Grrr.
Go in Blanston.
Then he's gonna smite. Because he's a paladin now.
Smite, my mighty smiter.
And he will two-handedly face sword this woman in twain.
Two-handed face sword. This woman in twain. Go for it.
I'm just seeing if he gets to do anything else. No, that's it. Smack! Hadouken!
And you know what? You take your blade and you carve her in two.
Perfect!
And she falls to the floor, dead.
Anybody want shish kebab later?
Right. So in this round, I've gone to 18 down, 1 kill, and then Pyke has gone to, with the gunshot in the previous round, what is that? 15 down, 1 kill. He's still got like a bunch of movement speed left, so he's gonna go 5. Can he like just bodily pile through the tents to get to the other side?
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking like Hulk in Avengers 1. Just smash!
This is, go nuts. I mean, there are gaps in between.
Oh yeah,
the
but
grid doesn't lay out,
ignores the
but
gaps.
you are squeezing your ass through.
He ignores the gaps and he just smashes it up and goes like through it and like.
Yeah, it's like fucking cloth and shit.
Yeah, this is Hulk and Romanov running away from each other as Nyx and Pyke just fucking going.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Sounds getting real low.
and that's Pyke's turn. I will continue eating. I'm halfway through this egg, by the way.
Peacock. I can't believe you've eaten half of that goddamn egg. You
looks delicious.
Peacock's gonna poke her head round the corner, take a shot at the person over there. He says with so much enthusiasm, "Watcha!" 13.
Which the leader?
At her, yeah.
Why is that not working? So a 13 hits.
I hit something.
You did.
Like in the character, she's not prepared for this shit.
6 points of damage.
Okay, so sort of looking even more bloodied. You know, the makeup's definitely smudged as the blood has begun pouring out of her face. The mask slipped. You know, she's looking decidedly worse for wear.
Okay, and then pop back in to hiding.
Okay.
That's, you done?
And,
You should have gone before me and Pyke.
oh, it's not in order, is it? I've got to reorder it again.
I think you can
Sorry,
drag them down.
that's my bad, yeah.
It's
Just me being a bad DM.
Nope.
But I'm not
No,
pro, so it doesn't
you're not.
matter. And then,
Don't say that. Dude.
and then he's going to come up and go 5, 10, 15, 20. Can't see anybody from there, can he? He's going to retcon that. He's going to go this way. 15, 20, 25, 30. And it's going to shoot at this one here with its 21st century pistol. No, heavy pistol. 13 for 7 damage. That hits. And you know what?
Just stole my kill.
Sort of with that, he just sort of brings out his pistol and he's just like, and unexpectedly, you know, from the front, Pyke is now just drenched in the face of the woman standing in front of him as she dies. I wasn't expecting him to hit, to be honest with you.
This is criminal.
He has more kills than Peacock.
I mean, yeah.
I'm upset.
I like pigeons in San Francisco have more kills than Peacock.
Well, they spread disease, so that's not fair. They have a bonus to hit.
Okay. They have a bonus to hit. Brilliant. Love it. So, anything that I can use? Oh, yeah, there is.
Oh.
So, seeing that they are kind of massively outnumbered,
Getting fucked.
I need to
Getting massacred.
unlink. I need to unlink this, so she actually has health, rather than. Need to sort this out for next time. Okay. She is going to ever so briefly sort of run over to here in between these two, and she is going to launch a grenade in your direction, Peacock and Toby.
Huh.
I don't agree to that.
I don't
You don't? Okay, well, I won't do it. That's fine then. Wait, no, that's not how I roll. Can you... Each creature within 20 feet of the target, so this is here, must make a DC 15 reflex save, please.
18.
Gotcha! Oh, natural 20!
Nice.
So with that, it's almost like it was predetermined. She throws this grenade, and you just see it coming. It's one of the slowest grenade falls. And you clock it. And you know what? You just kind of duck for cover.
I
And you
dive
only
into
take-
whatever this thing is.
Yeah.
And
You only
pull
take
bits over
half
me.
damage. So, as this explodes. So you take five damage from the explosion, and I'm gonna say that this tent is pretty dead. the tent took most of the damage.
I shall avenge you, tent.
So I'm not, I can't use it as cover anymore.
And so taking out the SMG again, pointing it in your direction. One of the benefits of the SMG is that it can be sprayed. So she is going to spray in your direction.
Definitely remember how that works.
This is a save one, isn't it? Again.
This is a save.
Yeah.
It's a reflex save. I just need to find out.
Which one is?
I failed it.
Oh, may have done. One
I
second.
definitely. If a free.
9, I failed it.
Oh,
So that grenade had nothing on you, but this fucking
the grenade,
spraying
yeah.
grenade.
Because you're like
You're like
ducking for cover.
I
I've
used
dodged
all
this
of my
perfectly.
awesome.
Fuck!
Peacock gets up and sort of pushes herself down. And goes, oh my god, that grenade almost.
I can't actually remember how
TBK.
spraying works.
I think it's extra damage as
me
well.
neither.
My book is taking like
I'm looking.
4 years to load. Why is this?
Spray. To roll damage for this
going
attack,
on?
roll half the number of damage dice you normally would, rounded down, and add relevant modifiers.
Yeah.
So half of whatever the damage would be
Half of the damage.
for a.
What's the reflex?
It's your
It's got to be like 8 plus
My
ballistic.
book
8 plus
isn't working.
proficiency plus dex.
Yeah, sorry, I haven't. My book's doing my training. So it's 8, 9, 10,
Yeah, we both.
11, 12. So it's a 12. So you both fail. So you take half the amount of damage dice.
Yep.
Rounded down, which would still be fair, isn't a lot.
It's more for area.
Yeah. So you both take 1 damage.
Plus whatever.
Is it ballistic?
It would be ballistic, yeah.
Plus your
it's 1d4
modifier.
plus 1, so it's 2 damage.
Yeah.
I have -3 to that, so...
Yeah.
I have -4
So-
to that, so I take nothing.
Which is
Me
fine.
neither.
So after all that, she's emptied her clip, fired it in your direction. But because you were successfully hit, I would like you to make a mind save, please.
Wait.
7.
So
23.
Peacock, you fail. So as the sort of gang leader, if you take any hits from the gang leader, you take a mind save. If you fail, you are frightened of this particular gangster until the end of your turn. So, big intimidating presence. She's shook off all this damage, fired her entire clip in your direction, admittedly not done any damage, but between that and the grenades, kind of spooked you a bit, so you are now frightened.
Toby's
Cool.
like, oh, them be
And
fighting
is this
actions.
frightened condition that I can't move closer and I have disadvantage?
I would imagine so, yeah. It's similar to what it is in...
Yeah, this is a 5e clone, to be fair, so it makes
Yeah.
sense if it's...
I can't search for anything in my book. The bookmarks aren't working. I don't know what's going on.
It's evil.
Okay, so I think... You know what? I think that's kind of it for them. As we
Peacock's
move on to Nyx.
hyperventilating. She's having war flashbacks.
Well, there's still 2 alive. So the 2 that are alive, the leader and the bleeder, how bad are they hurting? Are they unscathed?
They are both, like... the leader's within an inch of her life.
Damn it.
An inch of their life, you say?
Yeah.
Inch of her life, you say?
So,
To shreds, you say?
oh, I've accidentally clicked off the game because I wanted to click on my character sheet and Chrome links. Brilliant. So I'm going to just put the sword away, pull out a noodle pot, and put my fork in it. As I pull it out, there's a robot. And I fling it towards them, and I'm going to do the magic missile equivalent in this game. Towards them. Yeah, so I'm going to do 1 robot at the leader, and then 2 at the other one. So
Okay.
I'm going to, fingers crossed, kill.
First one at the leader.
Pew. 2.
Oh!
And then the minion, 6 total.
And then 6 at this one. They are both still alive. But this leader now literally is kind of on her last, 2 hit points, as she sort of is beginning to realize that she's not coming back out of this fight.
Oh, I'm so annoyed. I lost.
TBD.
TVD, he sort of stashes away his heavy pistol, takes out his little bit of personal computer edge.
Here you go. This is what you should have done, Nick.
And I'm going to ping echo.
Yeah.
So that is our 1d4 plus 1. And I'm going to send 1 at the leader and 2 at the guy.
Yeah.
So that is what
that's enough.
This is a crime. This is a crime.
That's total
The one
of
is
8
Still
to
alive.
the other. Ooh. But that is 13 damage I've done.
Yeah.
And unlike, I'm not going to add it all up together. I'm just putting them in separately, and then after the session I'll do the math.
Yeah, sure. Pyke, you're up next.
Ah! Bursting back through 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Step crumping foot on skull of leader, turns and just gonna slap into this one angrily.
Okay.
Just like steam coming out of his nostrils. Chonk.
Hits.
I think with +2 rage damage as well, so I think there's 7 in total, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. She, you know, the arm that she was using to hold the weapon has fallen to the floor.
Nice. Ah! That's Pyke's turn.
Peacock, if you were
Am
to
I
get the
still
kill,
frightened because
the
he's
person
dead
that
now?
you were frightened of is now dead.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to check. Okay.
Oh, she's not so
Gonna rush
scary
forward,
now.
5, 10,
Yep.
15, 20. Rush forward. Go on. I'm gonna shoot. Let's try. Yeah,
I believe in you.
17.
Hits, and
For
with
3
that
points.
damage, you blow her face in.
Yay! I killed something!
You can
As the last
on the
Says the
board.
doctor.
On the board.
As the last body hits the floor,
Look what you've done to my dress, you bitch! Oh, she's dead. Bang!
peace returns back to the marketplace, and we will be leaving combat.
Right.
So congratulations.
Around, look at everyone. How's everyone doing?
Literally unscathed.
Pickle?
Well-
Winter Soldier?
Ah!
Nice work. He sort of looks at you, just sort of, you know, why couldn't I have been running with you lot on that court gig? And
gonna
just
use
sort of
the,
goes, well, you know, they ain't gonna be looking for me anymore. I think that's the end of the jackals in this part of town,
I'm
with their
gonna
leader gone.
open up my technical thing on my hand and just compress it against the few scars that I've got from the explosion and just do myself a quick heal.
Can I
Suck the damage out.
loot? Show me what you
I'm back up
got.
to 7 from 20. Toby, you okay?
He's just going to, let's see, 1d8 plus. What's my tech modifier again? Was
I mean, I can use the quick heals are quicker.
well, this is also a quick heal thing.
Right, I think we've got like many healers in this group.
You certainly do. So I'm just
So
gonna...
I'm just going to say I'm perfectly fine because that fully heals me.
Everyone make your smiliest of faces, because the map maker asked me to send him this map with us using it. So if you don't want to be in, turn your camera off.
I don't have that option.
We can't see you anyway, let's be honest.
See, I'm doing the thumbs up.
Alright, so I'll take a picture of that. There you go. Perfect, thank you very much.
Like I don't even have the option to be in, because that would have been fine, but I literally can't be in it.
So we got that for reference. So,
and
you know,
I healed myself too.
Hotshot sort of... well, that was easier than I expected. You know, I expected them to...
She threw a grenade at me. How is that easy?
I mean, come on, they're gangers. What do you expect? They're armed with all the worst weaponry, but every now and again they got a grenade. There's no skill involved in a grenade.
Really? I might have to look into getting some of those.
I get it, because you don't kill anyone. Well, it's almost like that's how I madly increased my damage score in the previous one, by throwing a grenade.
Single grenade.
Yeah. Literally
So,
quadrupled my score.
And Jake sort of returning back to his noodles, he's just like, well,
I was like, I got
I'm gonna
blood
finish
in mine, and I turn and just take my own noodles from another pot that hasn't been unscathed. Hasn't been scathed. Can I loot the bodies as best as I can?
You can loot the bodies. So, that's 1, 2, 3 of those. So you spend some time going through all the bodies, and between them you find 5,000 long. You find 3 heavy pistols, 4 knives, if you wanted to pick them up. I've got a feeling a lot of these will just be junk weapons in the end. You won't want to continue picking them up. But and 2 21st century pistols, a stim pack, or nano pack is what they're called, and off the leader, a black market SMG.
Oh! Yeah, boy. That I can use because I've got street smarts, right? That's a thing, right? I can do black market things because of my street.
It's just the name of the weapon. It doesn't. The black market skill that you get is to use the black market. Full stop.
Oh.
You have a contact on the black market.
Right. I should have added that to my character sheet, but I didn't. My backstory. I should, but I didn't because I'm a scrub.
It's all right. I mean, you wouldn't like. Yeah, I guess because you're a gutter punk, you start with a higher street cred anyway. So.
Yeah. Maybe that's just one of the people that I've already included in my backstory. Sure. Is one of the is
yeah, I'll surprise you with it.
Yeah, that's
maybe it's River. Who knows?
Oh, I really hope it's River. I really hope it's River.
So, Jake finishes his noodles and he's like, "Well,
was there any ammo in that?"
Yeah. Roll 2d20 for me. Separately, 1d20 and that. Yeah, that's fine. So 5. You find 5 ammo for the heavy pistol. You find 4 ammo for the 21st century pistol. And Nyx, roll a d20 for me.
I don't know why I'm typing it when it's the easiest fucking hotkey ever.
And you find 6 extra ammo for the black market SMG.
Nice.
Because she emptied the clip trying to fire at something.
Yeah, what a dick.
Okay. I'm gonna take.
So, if we're done,
does anybody need the 5 heavy pistol?
No, I've got like a ridiculous amount of ammo.
I got 29 of them.
I need to
You can have another 5 if you have somewhere to put them.
yeah, it's almost like these are kind of noise.
Are you splitting out the 5k or?
Yeah. So the 5k can be split evenly. If anyone wants the SMG, I'm just happy about us having one. More than.
Just go ahead.
I don't. I mean, I've got dual wielding. Can I dual wield SMGs?
Yep, they're light.
Guys, can I take this SMG?
Sure, that'll be fun.
Go ahead. Like you're the fucking Nyx is the weapons expert. She has dual wielding pistols, mono edge katanas, dual wielding. She's going to be the weapons
picked
guy.
up the decent loot.
Well, I mean, like, I'm not.
The shotgun trap. Just say it. Just putting that out.
I'll put it out there. I'm not like selfishly saying this. I always start with, "Does anyone want this?" If not, I'm taking like.
Yeah, and I say you said pick up the best loot, but you bought the katana.
Yeah, I
correctly.
paid for the katana. That's hard-earned cash right there. I had nothing else to spend it on, so it's like, fuck you, let's get some fucking weapons.
Yeah, I got savings up, but I might switch around later. Once I got some wongs on me.
So Hotshot sort of looks over to you and is kind of like, "Let's get you to that body."
Yes.
Thanks for helping me out. you got a man out of a scrape there. And he sort of
appreciative.
And he sort of looks you up and down. And he's like, "Yeah, I can definitely be. I'll show my appreciation at some point, definitely." As he walks over, as he sort of begins walking out of the market square and off into the distance, you take maybe another 5 minutes walk down that sort of back alley, and you begin to see sort of flashing red, white, and blue lights just up ahead. And Harsha sort of looks at you and goes, "Well, wait a minute. Look, Lone Star isn't above collecting on a corp issue bounty. You know, the one on my head isn't going away anytime soon. You know, I think this is where our paths diverged." And he goes, here's my number," and sort of buzzes it out to you all.
So
you can all add his contact details. He's like, "Look, thanks again for the help with those gangers back there. Here's all the money that I've got. I ain't gonna need it where I'm going anyway." And he just buzzes over another 5,000 long. And he's like, "Look, where I'm going, I ain't gonna need it. And honestly, you're gonna need it for this investigation. Look, I'm gonna disappear for a while. You know, hit me up should you need anything in the future. We've got any jobs coming up. Maybe when my bounty's cleared, we can do business."
Give me a call when you're back in town and have a conversation.
And as he starts to leave, he just sort of looks back at it and says, "Oh, and one more thing. When you're done checking out your pal's crime scene, just pop into the Union. It's just down the street. If you need gear, information, or just a damn stiff drink, that's the place to be. Best dive bar this side of San Francisco. I used to use that place as a base of operations for years back in the day. Make the right friends there, and I'm sure you'll get to the bottom of the Slayer's business." And as he sort of turns back round, he rides off into the sunset, leaving you alone with each other and in front of this Lone Star police car as you approach the murder scene. This bit won't take long. I've got a good stop in probably about 15 minutes. So if everyone's all right, we'll...
That works for me.
Just before you get to that, I'm not proficient in SMGs. Sad. Sad. At least I don't think I am.
I am.
So,
Yeet. It's yours now. Congrats.
Okay.
Sorry, carry on, Gana.
So as you approach the police cars, the police siren, if you like. There's no siren going off, but at least the red and blue lights are going. Yeah, the bright yellow police tape cuts through the darkness, directing your eyes to the white chalk outline and the dark red stain marking the slab of pavement where Fenris died. Standing in the entrance to the alley is a Lone Star officer, as generic as they come. The cop looks cold, hungry, and irritated by the homeless man currently pestering him. And as you approach, you hear, "Look, you piece of garbage, I've got a job to do. Find a new blanket, or I'll find a reason to use my stun battle." The hobo sort of looks at him and goes, "Hey, all you pigs!" And just sort of retracts from the conversation, heading back to another doorway to keep warm.
I misread. Yeah, I can use submachine guns, but if you want it, no, you cannot.
No, take it back. It's fine.
Sorry. Is this the same officer that we've already decided to fuck with? It's a different one. They're all scum. I hate them. It's almost like I wrote that into my backstory because I wanted to do that. So he's just badgering a homeless guy. Is that what we're seeing here?
You've seen what you've seen. You saw him. You saw the cop guarding the scene, and getting grief off a hobo, or giving grief to a hobo.
I'm gonna just private message you a question. Real quick.
Yeah.
Sure.
Can I shoot him with the SMG?
Probably not. You can try, but the SMG was massively overwhelming, because what I didn't like when I was looking at it, if you read the SMG, it takes 3 or 4 pieces of ammo per shot, but you only get one to hit with it, and the damage is pretty meager. So unless I'm reading that wrong, I can't see the SMGs being
That OP.
like great.
Shame. Still cool as a concept, though. So.
I may just be reading it wrong, so feel free to look into it and we'll talk about it.
Okay, so
Because they should be.
I'm gonna mosey up to the officer who's preventing people from entering the space.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna sort of lift up a bit of my jacket to reveal the thing I've just mentioned to
Nipple.
you.
Yeah,
and
nipple.
just say, these are with me, we're here to investigate it.
And he sort of looks at you with sort of squinty eyes, he's like, but you lot, you detectives were here before. Why are you
Yeah.
back again?
Separate group, we've got 2 teams on this one.
Right. He just sort of moves to one side.
Pleasure.
Make it quick.
What's your name? I'll give you good words in the base.
Oh, thank you, sir. Damien White.
Cool. Well, White, what can you tell me about the scene?
I mean, not an awful lot. I mean, the detectives do most of it. I just stand guard and prevent people coming in. But that chalk outlines where he died. That blood's his. And that's about it. Go have a look.
Good. It's specifically the guy with the tubes, the beautiful woman with pink hair, and the big orange guy.
It's not me to ask situations above my station. So you go in.
It's all good. I'm just making sure that you don't think that some hobos, because he certainly points to Pyke. Certainly looks like one. Anyway,
I'm sure you have your reasons, sir. Carry on.
And I just sort of step underneath the tape and say, "Come on, guys, let's go."
Follow. Wait until we're a little way down the street and go, what the fuck?
Occupational benefits. I happen to be a detective. Let's go.
So just about it's not so much a
Don't bury
street.
the lead.
Sorry.
Don't bury the. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
You're a cop.
In one way or other.
Didn't take you for a type.
No, I'm not. That's why it's one way or other.
Did you just say that out loud? Within earshot of the guy you just passed?
No, we're far enough down the alley to have.
That's what I was gonna say. Like it's
yeah.
you cross the guy and it's like a little alleyway between buildings.
Oh,
Like, it's not like a massive street.
We're having a phone call.
Okay. Yeah, you basically said it quiet enough for the cop not to hear. Good.
I say, look, I am one. So.
Yeah.
And you guys are assisting me in this, so make sure that you look the part. And she starts to invest. I'm gonna start.
I look
investigating.
down at the vibrant colours I'm wearing, and then look back with a "How am I supposed to do that?" expression.
It's often not about what you look like. It's more often enough about what you look like you're doing. Now help me look for information that we can use to find out where this killer was. I roll investigation, if that's possible.
Yes, please. That's exactly what I was going to ask you to do. So, make me some investigation checks. If others are helping, roll with advantage.
So I'm going to get Pyke to help me, but someone else could, because there's 4 of us, I guess. We can have,
there's no point in stacking.
Natural 20.
Nice.
If I'm looking at this game, it looks like, from the way I would read it, is that you do 4 sets of damage.
Of that damage, but it doesn't mention that.
It doesn't
except
work
the ammo
that way.
section.
Otherwise, it's pointless.
It's crap.
Because it only does 2d4, which is the same as a pistol.
So I might
you're
double
just
check.
wasting ammo.
Send
Yeah, I
a
might
message to
double
the creator.
I'll
I
double
would
check on the
double check that.
Discord. That's fine.
If I were running it, that's how I would do it.
Yeah.
I guess Toby would be helping Peacock. I don't know what her investigation
Peacock.
thing is.
I'm only a +2. So.
Yeah, the same.
That's the same for me.
Okay.
+2 squad!
19.
So
Wow.
natural 20
So
and a
you
natural
spend
17.
like it's almost like you've done this before, searching through the trash and searching through kind of the piss-stained streets, looking for small pieces of information. So, amongst the shards of glass, around the body, you notice there are shards of glass, and you sort of look up and notice that all of the lights have blown. It's dark down here, apart from one light that has been put there clearly by whoever was, securing the crime scene. Along the glass shards of the broken lights, you find a small piece of glass which would look like the bottom of a test tube. There's a coat and a coat and blanket from some hobo kind of over in the corner. And next to the body, kind of leading away, there are two distinct sets of footprints. With those rolls, there are two distinct sets of footprints. One looks like your standard run-of-the-mill, like normal footprints. And the other ones look like footprints, but they're kind of small and squarish, following just behind.
So, like, Japanese...
Mechanical?
Those type of sandals that Japanese people wear that only covers a small piece of space.
Potentially.
What did the feet of the mechs look like that we fought that one time? They more...
they had kind of, full legs. They were kind of cyborg,
big humanoid
looking. Yeah. So they would probably be typically massive rather than any different shape. But it could be anything. Like
we're looking for somebody with 2 peg legs. Can we have a look at the coat and blankets, see if there's
So
anything within there?
Get close to the bloodstained blankets. No, the piss-stained blankets. You sort of pick them up, and you're looking through them.
I use the end of my knife to pick them up, and
you pick up the bundle of cloth, and a printed receipt falls out from beneath the folds of the blanket.
Cha-ching.
What does the receipt have cash-wise? What's it about? What's the purchase?
So you take a look at the receipt, and it's a bar tab. It's a bar tab receipt from the Union, dated at 3:02 a.m. yesterday, right around the coroner's reported
That's
time
his
of
code,
death.
then. Yeah. Okay.
And the customer on it was one Fenris Valen, and the waitress's name is listed as Coyote.
Is it a big bill? Did he seem to have splashed a lot of money?
No, not particularly. It's just, maybe an evening's drinking.
Okay, so it's his coat. Where do the footprints lead towards? They lead towards...
They lead away from the scene.
Yeah, but in which direction? Is it towards the bar, or is it towards the...
just out of the street.
The way we came?
It's the other way. So it's where you've gone in.
It's going
you've
the
got
other way.
The policeman, the body, and the steps are going away in that direction.
So arguably towards the bar again, because that's where the bar's direction is, right? Because the murder was between here, the place we started, and the bar, right? Not the place we started.
This will help you.
Yeah. Because that's what was said when we were in the organ grinder, right? Was that the murder was between the two.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like...
Did we say that?
Yeah. The guy...
So the footsteps are going that way?
Yeah.
Or that way?
The footsteps are going that way.
I didn't see that.
Can't see that.
Why can't you see that? Oh,
I think you're on the wrong lane, maybe.
Oh, yes, you're right. Thank you. They are going that way.
Oh, okay. Shit. Looks like the killer likes VR.
If you look at these streets, like imagine the alley going from like between the two streets. Like it's just a normal snicket like alleyway between buildings, dumpsters, whatever.
Okay. So I get the impression from that, Nick's saying this out loud. The murderer's gone this way, so their base of operations is somewhere here, this area, right?
Well, that's just the way out of the...
Yeah, but either way, they wouldn't go that... like, if they really wanted just to leave, they could just have taken a cab anywhere here, right? Like, they could have just bounced, but they specifically went this way. So at least...
That's just out of the alley, they've gone that way.
They could have taken a cab
on the street.
Okay, so maybe we look for... the street directly outside, is there, like, clubs, or is it just, like, a residential area? Is there... basically, what I'm asking is there likely going to be people that we can find...
It's a mixture of commerce and residential.
Commerce and residential. So there will be, like, in the night, people selling shit, right?
Yeah.
So...
We can also speak to this homeless dude.
Yeah, we can look for witnesses that way, like the homeless dude. So we can find out which direction they went outside of the alleyway. We definitely still want to check out the bar. That's like 100%. We want to find Coyote there.
Yeah, we'll do what we can while we're here, rather than needing to maybe backtrack. I feel like I'm playing. There was a CSI game that I used to play, and I feel like I'm playing that.
I've not done a murder mystery thing before to start.
It's really good so far.
So it's a bit different.
I really like murder mysteries.
Let's So with that, you sort of that's kind of all you find extra at the crime scene.
Okay.
Toby would just pick up the hobo blanket and leave.
Are you leaving the same way, back past the cop, back out that way?
Yes.
He just sort of, as he sees you approach, he just lifts the sort of cordon, lets you out. Are you all leaving?
I just sort of nod at him, trying to look very official.
He doesn't even question it.
Yeah. I just walk up to... I look for the hobo.
Yeah, and you see him. And he is just sort of huddled in a corner in the sort of the stoop of one of the buildings.
I walk up to him and toss the blanket.
Hey!
Not on
Thank
him,
you.
just on the ground in front of him.
Yeah.
Pick it up, Pyke.
That's my.
No, I toss it at him. Yeah, and I sort of... Well, I got some questions for you. Did you see anything here last night?
Other than the police? I mean, I lived in that alleyway until that happened.
Yeah, until the Did you see anything that might pertain to the reason the police are here?
Yeah, I mean, I saw the murder. I mean, I didn't see the murder, but I saw the body.
Could you elaborate?
And, I mean, you know, I've been up there. I've had a look, see what's there, and he wouldn't give me my stuff back. So I don't know why I'm talking about this. He wouldn't give me my stuff back. He's just kind of. He was big and mean, fucking pigs.
So you didn't see anything with before the body was a body?
Let me think. Old Noggin's not quite the same as it used to be. I did see something when I was working for Mama B. I was just kind of shifting stuff. I'm a bit old, you see, so everything takes a bit longer than it used to. But there was some tall, ugly guy snooping around over there. Seemed kind of nervous. He had some screwed up cyberware on his right arm.
I sort of nod at him. Thank you for the cooperation. And I toss him a sweet cough drop that he can sort of suckle on for some tastiness.
Oh, these are nice. You know what? I haven't had one of these in years. Thank you.
I sort of return to the party and relay this information.
So, what did you find? Anything helpful?
Yeah, the homeless man, he saw someone snooping around near this area. Tall, ugly, some fucked up cyberware on his right arm. Said that the fellow looked nervous.
So, was this before or after?
I think right before. Either this is the killer in question, or they could potentially have more leads for us.
Yeah. Did he say which direction he saw the guy going after he saw him?
No. Old man.
Hey, hobo!
Hey, hobo!
Which direction did they go?
Who?
The person with
Tall and ugly.
with the fucked up arm.
Well, I mean, you want more information? That'll cost you another cough drop.
I toss him one.
Yummy. And he goes, well, I was walking back and forward from here. Like I said, I was doing some work and just sort of walking back, and I walked past and he was there, and on the way back he was gone. I didn't see him leave.
Okay, I'd like to look around the alleyway to see if there's any hidden entrances, like, in that direction. I'd like to sort of look for manholes, entrances to sewers, entrances to buildings, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Roll me an investigation check.
I will help you! Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. 17.
So you spend, how long are you spending looking for this?
Oh, like, a good 20-30 minutes.
Okay.
Hours.
So you spend some time. There are some doors into buildings, but a lot of them are like barred, as in you exit only sort of things.
Like
There's
what?
emergency exits. Like, there's no sewer grate in that general vicinity. There's a fire escape up, but you come to the conclusion like there is no hidden doors that you can see. Like, there's nothing obvious that would suggest the people didn't just walk through and out the other side.
Right. But there's a fire escape up, right? So maybe they
Correct.
went up.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm notorious for going in completely the incorrect directions, by the way, with
Fine.
murder mysteries.
I like it. It's good. Do you
No,
think?
go away, homeless man! I've asked you all the
Oh,
questions.
I'm sorry. I
Fuck off!
didn't realize. Don't hurt me. Oh, okay.
No, I'm not hurting you. No, stay in case we need you. You're doing great, but shut up.
Yes, sir.
Tobby D sort of leans in and whispers to Nyx. No, he leans into Peacock. No wonder she doesn't talk about this. She's very unstable on the job.
Like all of them are.
You even more so. At least they're consistently insane. You're going completely batshit.
What do you mean? Anyway. Okay, so what do you guys
Hey.
reckon? What do you guys reckon? Do you reckon that he went up? Also, something to note is the homeless guy didn't see anything making the click-clack feet thing. Right? He just saw a wonky arm. So, that's unaccounted for.
The one key.
Yeah.
Did you just say wonky arm?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not here. I'm not here.
Do you want to be involved in the investigation?
I mean, I'm hungry.
I'm sure my
I don't get to talk to many people.
monochrome friend here can deputize you.
I can't. No. What's your name?
Rufus.
Rufus. Nice to meet you, Rufus.
Hi. The cop doesn't like me.
I'm not surprised.
Oh.
But I do have a question. Is he a naked mole rat?
Doesn't like
He is not.
Yeah.
It was on my mind.
Been a Kim Possible episode.
I mean, I'm in a couple of days. This will be my home again, so I like it here.
Does he have any augments on him?
He does not. Not one.
Is there like cash machines?
Nope.
How do homeless people home? How do they recover from?
I do jobs. You know, I've got
Yeah, but how do you
a few
get
bits and
paid?
pieces on the beer, food.
Barter.
I give
mean-
him the ration that I found
Thanks.
off what's its dead body.
What's its dead body?
Ooh,
Fenris's
synthfish.
Fresh.
today.
I said synthfish, but sure.
I'm into it.
It is fresh fish.
So what's okay? I'll leave you to it. I mean, if you
No.
oh no.
Do you have anything else that you can add that might help us?
Potentially. I mean, I saw a big guy, ugly guy.
A big
Fucked up
guy and
arm?
an ugly guy, or
No, same guy.
What type of
Looking-
shoes was he wearing?
I mean, same as I told your friend over here.
What type of shoes was he wearing?
Oh, I have no fucking idea. Just some shoes.
Did he have anyone else with him, even if it was a small robot?
No, just him. He was a big ugly fella. Like you notice.
I feel like there's like one bit that I'm missing. Like, surely the next thing to do is to go to the Union and ask about ugly motherfuckers, right? Ugly motherfuckers with fucked up right arms.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe
while you're at it, I think if you want to narrow it down further, I mean, he had some big old attachments on his fucked up cyber arm.
Like what? What sort of attachments?
Some sort of hospital attachments. Saw some big needles. You know, kind of like something that's... Oh, potentially. I mean, it was a lot like the ones I saw back in 44 when I got captured by the Chinese. They did all sorts of experiments on me. Let me tell you, I've never trusted them cyber people. Never trusted them.
No, me neither. Okay, so... Oh, but he wouldn't have gone in the bar, would he? Unless he did.
Maybe. Maybe he went to scope out potential victims. It's worth a try.
Yeah, I feel
We
like
can
have
speak to
yeah.
Coyote, see if we can find who this Jessica was.
Jessica! Sorry,
Jessica.
that's fucking Jessica Jones.
Can I go now?
Yes.
Sure.
Thank you for the cough drops. Good luck on whatever you're doing. As he just sort of stumbles away to wherever he's gonna sleep for the night.
Hobo Jones.
Onwards.
And the sandwich! Begins tucking into his sandwich. So you're heading to the Union?
Yeah.
Did you want
Yeah.
to look up my up on the fire escape?
I think so. Might as well whilst we're here. Let's go up the fire escape and see what we can see.
All right, so you try to go up the fire escape, and the gate is locked.
Is the other guard watching?
No.
I feel like I know how to pick locks thanks to being a fucking. No, I don't. No. Just shoot it.
Got a badge.
Yeah, but it's locked.
No, to shoot it and just say, "Oh, I've got a badge."
Nah, not that type of cop.
Well, I don't
What
think.
type of
I don't
cop
think.
I think you can tell you lot are getting tired.
We've used a lot of brain in the last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I had 3 brain. I only have 1.7 brain now.
you can always come back. Like, if you think of anything in the future, like, the alleyway's still gonna be here. It's a point on your map.
I've
If it's a
got-
point on your map, you can come back to it. if you
Going
think
back
that-
is for pussies.
Let's
We only
move
go
on to the
forward.
Union. Let's move on to the Union.
I think so. I think we have to go
Nyx,
union.
I'm just going to say something that you said we only move forward. That is completely incorrect. We go left.
Go left.
Yeah, sorry.
Like you can't be spreading
Oh,
this
Nagi.
misinformation.
My bad.
All right. So,
See that, yeah.
so you take the short walk back to the Union. You know, it's kind of well signposted. You know, it's really not that far. And you sort of approach the Union, and you are met by this green neon clothed oasis. The light sort of showcasing the street bums all huddling together, the gangsters strutting in the street, and the occasional salaryman kind of walking to and from. And as you enter, the murmur of hustled conversation washes over you, and the dive bar denizens raise their heads and take your measure, and then go back to their business. This is the kind of place where everyone knows your name, but they keep it to themselves. And that's
Cheers.
where we will end for this evening.
Awesome. Oh.